welcome back. I'm, of course, Statman Dave, joined by the one and only Cam Waters.
Wow.
Anyway,
hello.
What do you think of these glasses? Pretty cool, because today it's Man United versus Liverpool in the ICC Trophy. It's a massive game of football.
International Champions Cup, not a trophy.
I always call it the trophy because it is a goddamn trophy, not a cup. But anyway, guys, we're going to be spending a good time with you today. We've got the beer Moretti.
Cheers.
Cheers. And if you're at home as well and you want to get a drink, your favourite beverage, go and do that. Maybe after we've done the team news, and then you come back and we'll do some analysis, some talking points, and then of course we'll be diving into the game. We're talking everything in the world of football, all the latest news that's gone on today in the world, and the last few days as well. There's some interesting stuff we're going to talk about today, Cameron. What is it? Tell the good people at home.
There's some very interesting stuff. We're going to talk about United, Madrid, Chelsea, Arsenal, PSG, Barcelona. You name it, we're talking about them.
Exactly. More of a podcast, more of fun in the ICC. Yeah. Excellent. But anyway, guys, it's time for the team news brought to you by the One Football app. Good little app. Manchester United, so, could either be playing a 3-5-2, as that's gone out on the Statman Dave Twitter account, go and follow that at Statman Dave, or the 4-2-3-1, with Darmian at potentially right back, Fosu-Mensah, Smalling, Tuanzebe, Herrera, McTominay midfield, a three behind Alexis Sanchez, Juan Mata, Demi Mitchell, and of course Andres Pereira. We're reading this slightly different though. We're going to go with a back three of Smalling, Fosu-Mensah, Tuanzebe, five in midfield of Herrera holding, McTominay central midfield with Pereira, Darmian, and of course Demi Mitchell on the left-hand side, Juan Mata and Sanchez up front.
Liverpool? Just like the last game.
Liverpool,
on the other hand, they've basically got a full-strength side out because all their players at the World Cup didn't do great. No. Well, they either went and came home early or didn't go at all. Yeah.
So, they're not very good at winning trophies, are they, Liverpool?
They've got a keeper called Grabara. Yeah. You know, who's that?
Young lad.
Exactly.
Young lad, I think.
And then Camacho, Van Dijk, Klavan, Moreno as the back four. Three in midfield of Milner, Fabinho and Lallana. And then up front they've got Mane, Solanke and... what's the other one called? Oh, it's Mo Salah.
Mo Salah. Mo Salah back.
Exactly.
Very good performance against Manchester City in the last game in the tournament. Came on and scored within, 30 seconds?
Just scored.
First touch, lovely little movement, drop of the shoulder, goal with his absolute head. Interesting quotes from Mourinho, right?
Exactly.
Pre-game, winding him up.
He said... it's Liverpool first team versus Manchester United kids. For the last 2 years, they've not been able to beat us. Today, I think they will have a chance, or they think they will have a chance. Again,
referencing the 0-0 draw again, a great result for Manchester United away from home, and then of course the 2-1 win at home with Marcus Rashford scoring 2 goals. Simple targeting from Mourinho, targeting Dejan Lovren with long balls from David De Gea to Lukaku. 2 flick-ons, 2 goals, easy as you like. Jurgen Klopp, see you later.
Looking at the team though, I think it is mainly kids, but you've still got a few experienced players in there. You've got Smalling in defence, and so a lot of United fans don't really like him. You've still got him there and he's still quite experienced. You've got Herrera in midfield, Mata and Sanchez.
I think obviously
and then even Darmian as well. 6-year players are probably young. Josh Grant. Lee Grant, Josh Grant.
Lee Grant. Steve Grant.
Dave in goal. He's not experienced. He's quite old. He's like an experienced keeper, But I get what he means.
I think he's winding him up. We're mind games already. I think that Mourinho identifies who as his biggest threat to being in those sort of top 3 positions. And last season it was Chelsea. At Christmas. He made those quotes about the match fixing stuff with, of course, Conte. Triggered him. Absolutely triggered him. It was 3 games, and I think they'd scored 0 goals. They kept 0 clean sheets. They were absolutely atrocious,
basically.
And it was getting in their heads. And Mourinho started it with Jurgen Klopp,
isn't he? He's one of the best managers. As though a lot of people are like, oh, he's a grumpy idiot. He's not very nice, etc., etc. If you want a winner, that's who you've got in Mourinho, isn't it? He's like a born winner, and he just knows how to get under people's skin, and that's what you need in terms of the mental. It's not always just about the physical aspect of players. It's like trying to get in their head as well. That's where stage 1 of winning comes from, isn't it?
Exactly. I think that's a big thing. Is that you are getting to that level of really psychological. We don't know that Mourinho hasn't been doing this for the whole summer, being grumpy for a reason. This is the thing that I've been trying to highlight, that Mourinho plays so many mind games, it's a joke. And whether that's annoyed parts of the fan base, it's part of the Mourinho type thing. And we've seen so many good things like the initiation things that we spoke about on the last Statman Dave watch-along for the AC Milan game.
What a game!
What a game that was! That penalty shootout,
9-8 penalty shootout,
glorious.
6 a.m. Nice delirious thoughts. What a handshakes galore!
It was a beautiful game. Yeah, check it out. And again, we hit 1,000 likes today. We'll be giving one of the guys on this stream right now a chance to win any footballing shirt around the world of this season. It has to be this
not last season. It's this season.
It can't be from 1968. It has to be from this season. But anyway, talking about the AC Milan game, the interesting side of that again was the 3-5-2.
And you believe he's going to go for it again? Is that something that United are going to then take into the season?
It is an interesting one because I think it sorts out a lot of kind of problems with the United squad. The lack of having a potential right midfielder, a left midfielder. Think about the players that play out there: Sanchez, Martial, Rashford. They're strikers.
And that's it.
You know what I'm saying? They're like strikers more than wingers, more than wide players that are naturally going to take you on. So it's an interesting thing that Mourinho's looking at this shape. He did it last pre-season. He didn't get even Perisic, so didn't kind of convert with it going through and went back to a back four. Last season as well, it was kind of to deal with those back threes. That was a common trend because Chelsea won the Premier League playing a 3-4-3. But it is interesting. It sorts those problems out.
And you've obviously got enough centre midfielders to do it. You've got the likes of Pereira coming through now. Everyone's seen his talent in pre-season. Mata, etc. Like McTominay, Pogba, Lingard. You've got enough players to do it and keep the rotation so that everyone stays fit. It's just whether you can execute it as well. And obviously, so far in pre-season, you've got draws.
Yeah, again, you're building the fitness, aren't you?
You can't read too much into pre-season, can you? And it's obviously getting the players to play it because obviously they haven't been playing that system before, other than last pre-season. But if he gets the players he wants, like a new centre-back or something, I think you could look quite dangerous for the season. Yeah,
I think that's something that
do you have the talent in the back three if you were to go into the season with this squad to play it?
I think the issues against AC Milan, if you saw the AC Milan goal, it was a fantastic ball from Bonucci out the back over the top, and then Suso ran off Smalling. When you're playing in the back three, you've got to trap the runners. Full stop. You've got no excuse not to trap the runners because you have an extra defender. So by switching off in that situation, again, it's highlighted.
Players have got to get used to, isn't it?
Yeah, but then at the same time, they should tactically know that. There's no really an excuse there. What I do like, though, Andres Pereira so far in pre-season, 4 key passes, 85% of his passes completed, but he's very direct and he looks for those balls over the top. There was a great pass to Alexis Sanchez in the last game, but also 3.3 dribbles per game. Yeah. For me, he's a really good option at defensive midfield, and that's why, as you mentioned, this 3-5-2 suits United because they've got so much strength in central midfield.
What does that mean for Paul Pogba then? Obviously, being in 3-man midfield, not having so much defensive, what's it called?
Responsibilities.
Yeah. What does that free Pogba? You saw him in the City game in the second half. That's what he can do.
That's the big thing with Paul Pogba, is he needs that freedom, doesn't he? The World Cup was an interesting one because, again, it was a 3-man midfield if you analysed it tactically, but it was in a 4-4-2 shape. Yeah. It was like the Brazilian 4-3-3, where you had Grincha on the right wing, you had Pele, you had Varvar, I think it was, maybe up front. But it was like that lopsided 4-3-3, like Mbappe was really wide right and Pogba was playing on that midfield, and you kind of saw the 3-man midfield, Kante in the middle, Pogba, and then Matuidi sort of sitting on the left wing. And that's what United could potentially do as a shape. So I think it's going to be a really interesting start to the season to see how United progress. You think about the centre-backs as well right now. These centre-backs, Bay, Smalling, Tuanzebe, are you going to trust them 1v1? Yeah. Do you need another defender in there?
I think you do, and I think that's why we'll get into this a bit later, but you are going in the market for another centre-back. Yeah. And I think that's why there's so much rumours and everything spreading across. Like, all the United fan base wants to see is something strengthened in the back line.
That's the kind of thing, isn't it? That's the big one. It's full-back, it's centre-back. There's a video going out actually on Monday on my channel about why United don't need to sign a right winger, so stay tuned to that. But also, more importantly, a shout out to Aaron Thornton, the first ever super chat donation. Get yourself some pork pies, fellas. We will do that at half time. We may send somebody out to go and get some pork pies to enjoy with our beer. But cheers! Shout out to Mr. Thornton, you absolute legend.
But I think if we pull it back to the midfield for a quick minute.
A quick minute, yes, Cam. What do you want to talk to me about the midfield?
I'd love to talk to you about the midfield, David. Basically, we've talked about Pogba, we talked about Pereira, but Fred's obviously come back into the squad.
Oh, yeah.
Training now with the United big boys.
Oh, yeah.
Will he be your DM, Pogba and Lingard? Is that what you're expecting coming into the season?
It's going to be interesting. I think that's like looking at Fred, right? His talents are winning the ball back, controlling the tempo of a game of football. I think where I really like him is he's quite aggressive and he does jump out the shape and he does press people. But also on the flip side of that, he's sort of good at winning the ball back. So there was a few times, I'm just trying to get at the Man City game here. So this is a great example of it. Again, like, I'm not about like talking absolute shit about players. I'm not like, oh, Keita's better than Fred, Fred's better than Keita. I'm like, this is information about a game where Fred played really well. These are numbers, and you can't argue with numbers.
Exactly.
So Fred, of course, for Shakhtar, they played in a 4-2-3-1. Fred sitting next to Stepanakov, and Stepanakov would be more of sit on the 6 line, Fred more on the 8 line when they're trying to, when they're playing a weaker side. Against Manchester City, you saw Fred dropping a lot deeper. What you mentioned in defensive midfield could work, and I think it will be an option for Mourinho to go Pogba, Fred, 4-2-3-1. Simple as that. And what you saw with Fred, in this game, he was absolutely fantastic. I thought on the ball, especially dealing with the City pressure and rocking it around and drifting around into those little pockets of space. A skill for a defensive midfielder is to find that space. Every single time I've watched Fred, his movement is always like pick the ball up on the left, 4 players around him, but in the middle. You know what I mean? Like perfect sort of movement.
Obviously, looking at the Stat Zone here, powered by Stat Zone.
Powered by Stat Zone. Link in the description. Holla.
When a centre defensive midfielder gets the ball, you're not looking for them to take on 3 men and then offload it. You're looking for them to receive it and pass, find that space. And I think that's what Fred looks like he's been doing here. It's all about keeping the ball when you win it back. And as you can see, he's very positive in his passing.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing about it as well. Like, you're looking at he's expansive. He's not playing those sideways passes. He's looking to be more aggressive than not on the ball. 21 forward passes in that game, all trying to get people in between the lines, and that's a key thing. There's a pass there that you can just see near the centre circle that's going in. I imagine that would have been to Tayson. I think in this game, Fred had a really good relationship with Tayson. See, this is why we're on this show today, because. And
if you were to convert that to United sense, that would be Fred to
Pogba. It could be to Sanchez. It'd probably be more to Sanchez, because in this game Tayson was playing as an attacking midfielder, like in the 4-2-3-1 as a number 10. He drifts a little bit to the left as well, like Sanchez does. Natural type of thing. And that's the sort of information we're giving you guys, that he completed more passes than Tayson again in this game. So he linked with the attacking midfielder from defensive midfield more than any other player on the pitch. And that is why he is going to be so good for Manchester United, and why it's exciting to see him on the bench. Like, I'm pumped up by the 2 United signings, seriously. 4 out of 4 dribbles as well. This is another thing that you mentioned. He was only doing it in a way where, there's an issue when he's being pressed and he can see an issue to get out, you know what I mean? Like, at the moment, Fred as a player, he makes the correct decision. That's why I really like it. He's a smart player, and as you mentioned, he could definitely play in defensive midfield, and that is the stats of why he can, because he plays the ball, he can rock pressure, and also I think in this game as well, 8 tackles, won 3 of them, but he's getting around the ball. He's very, very good at closing the space. So if someone plays a pass to the side of him and the attacking mid receives it 5 yards, so quick, lightning quick of shutting that down. But Fred, I can't wait to see you in red.
Maybe today.
I hope so. That's why we're here, to watch Fred. I don't care about anyone else.
So if we move it on, then we talked about United. Let's talk about the Liverpool team.
Okay, do we have to?
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, we sort of do.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the impartial one here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on the stream for.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to keep it impartial.
So they've gone for a 4-3-3.
Yep.
Something a bit different for Liverpool. Well,
no, it's a go-to. It's the
players.
Yeah, the players. You'd say, yeah.
A very much improved squad. Obviously, with a bit of people getting the run out or whatever, but they look quite dangerous in their pre-season so far. Obviously, they got beaten 3-1 by Liverpool. Dortmund. Yeah. Dortmund, Liverpool. And then beat City.
Yeah, so I think it's an interesting side of it. I think the signings that we've mentioned that have come in, the likes of Alisson for...
Spent a lot of money.
The most expensive goalkeeper of all time. Naby Keita from RB Leipzig, who I've been raving about for the past 3 years. Very frustrating he's gone to Liverpool, because it would have been fantastic at United. Fabinho, another player that I was like, United need to buy this guy. And of course, Granit Xhaka, who I don't think United need to buy. So there's 4 players there that they really needed. Like, they really needed. Sorry, Shaqiri. Who did I say? Granit Xhaka
is still at Arsenal.
Granit Xhaka. Sorry, Shaqiri. Yeah, Shaqiri. In terms of Alisson, the best save percentage in Serie A last season at 80%. A player that I was really impressed with, especially even in the Champions League games against Liverpool when they battered them.
Yeah.
He made some unbelievable saves in that game.
He did. I think he was probably one of the best keepers that was in the Champions League.
I'd say he was number 1. I'd say he was the best last season, the best Champions League keeper. I think De Gea was awesome against Sevilla, but that's where his campaign finished.
Yeah.
Like what he made more saves.
Alisson kept it going.
Kept on going, kept on making the big saves.
He kept them in games as well.
Yeah, like against Shakhtar. Shakhtar had a load of chances, made some brilliant 1v1 saves, and the only time they were beat was by Fred was one of the goals. A brilliant free kick into the top left corner. Again, top sort of player in a way.
And that's somewhere they desperately needed to improve.
100%.
Desperately.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't see him today, but you know, we'll see him in the season, and maybe a nice little thing for your fantasy football team to pop him in there.
Who, Fred? Alisson? Alisson, yeah. I've heard rumours that Statman Dave has got him in his fantasy team, so if Statman Dave's got him in his fantasy team...
I've heard that rumour.
Yeah, you were
snooping
around my team, Cameron.
So we're just about 8 minutes away from kick-off now.
Let's holler into the comments. Have you seen any good comments going down?
I'll have a look into the comments now. Ask him why he's wearing a brand that hasn't been relevant for at least 10 years.
Why have you not been wearing? Why are you wearing a brand that hasn't been relevant for 10 years? Are you making it relevant again?
Like, look at that.
Maybe we'll sort some Cam out with some nice gear. Any sponsors watching, get Cam some nice stuff.
If you want to donate, I'll get myself a brand new t-shirt.
Awesome stuff there. Anyone know where the live stream is? Reese, go on to mutv.com and find it there, because those guys are legends.
Who's had the best transfer window, Dave? That's coming in from... Oh, that's an Irish name.
Who do you think?
Kien. Not Chelsea.
Okay.
Probably Liverpool.
I'd say Juventus.
Liverpool have strengthened in areas they've needed.
I agree.
They've been smart. They've spent a lot of money, but they'll be dangerous in the...
It feels like they've done a little bit of Manchester City. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they've kind of
like... They need a new keeper.
They need a keeper. They needed a DM.
Centre-back. Not a centre-back, a centre-mid.
So that's the only position where I think they haven't strengthened is centre-back, where I think there's a hole.
Well, they bought Van Dijk. I don't think they can afford to buy another centre-back.
But Dejan Lovren has this weakness.
Well, like, he has this according to himself.
Yeah, but he can say what he wants. I'm one of the best. You know, I'm the best centre-back in the world. If I want to say that, I'm obviously not. Lack a bit of ability on the ball.
So centre-back maybe is where they need to improve. Yeah. But from where they have improved, you know, that's where they need to improve. And what they've improved is great. Yeah, I think they'll be up there, top 3, and they'll push for the league. Under Klopp, maybe it needs a bit of time. Yeah. Like, I still don't believe in Klopp. If I was a Liverpool fan, like there's little bits about him that I just think he needs to improve.
You've got to believe in Jurgen Klopp, man. Like what he did with Borussia Dortmund was unbelievable, was quality. Anyway, shout out to Don Stevens. Absolute legend. That's donating some money for Cameron.
I'll take it off.
Maybe we'll sort Cam's gear at half-time, get him some new t-shirts, because he obviously needs it. But no, it's a very good point, but I think Juve have had the best transfer window.
Why?
Because they bought Cristiano Ronaldo. If you sign the best player in the world, you've had a flaming good window. But I agree, Liverpool have made Manchester City-esque signings, which is a bit of a worry. Yeah. In a way. That's an interesting one there, guys.
Are you worried going into the new season then?
Sorry, little Fulham have popped up.
Fulham
as the best transfer window. Getting Serie, getting
players if you'd like.
Signing Mitrovic, right?
Mitrovic is going to... Well, it's not confirmed yet, I don't think, but it's on the way. Let me get to it here. So... Newcastle have accepted a bid from Fulham for Alexander Mitrovic. The Serb has left their training camp here in Portugal to finalise his move to Craven Cottage. To finalise. He played brilliant for them last season. What was it? Scored
18 starts.
18 starts, 10 goals.
14 goals. Cameron, need to refresh your stats if you're going to be on the Statman Dave, you know,
he's a
stream.
Statman. We'll
work on that after the we'll sort your gear out and then we'll work on your stats knowledge. But anyway,
all I'm saying is Abdul didn't put it in it.
I think with with the signing of someone like Mitrovic for Fulham, perfect signing. Like I'm a big fan of Mitrovic. I went to a game at the Emirates, Anderlecht versus Arsenal when Yuri Tillsman was there. Mitrovic was there. Mitrovic came on the pitch when they were 3-1 down.
Scared everyone.
Changed the game. They drew 3-all.
Scariest men in football.
Yeah, like when
he's so young as well. Well, not so young.
20.
He's still very young. I think he might.
We should have probably done this research before the game. But anyway, we're going to do it right now. Mitrovic is 23 years old. Again,
young.
For a target man type striker, like they peak at like 30.
£22 million as well.
Fulham are doing well. Fulham are doing bits.
Fulham,
they've joined Wolves in they're doing bits.
I think everyone's
promotion club.
Wolves are. You've got to watch out for them. But I think Fulham, they've been at the Prem before. They know how to play in it. They know the ins and outs. Yeah. Bit cliche that, but they do. And I think they are someone you need to be looking at.
Fulham, yeah.
For like a surprise package.
Oh, yeah. I think Wolves...
Who's your surprise package?
Yes, like that.
Get that in the comments.
More importantly, there's an I button today, guys. We've got lots of things in the I button, lots of good content we'll link you to. But the big question is, who will finish higher in the Premier League?
Liverpool or Manchester United?
Vote, because this is going to be big, big business. Who do you think? I want to know who you think. Cam wants to know who you think. Look how pumped up he is, right? We'll talk about this later on with your clothing, Cameron.
But here we're just having some highlights here of the United-Liverpool game.
Great. Scott McTominay in that day was fantastic for me. Brilliant performance in central midfield. It showed
Salah getting a lot of chances. That's all they've shown so far.
Ashley Young was dominant in that game. Absolutely dominant. Guys, keep going down into the comments. Please, where is Shaw? Shaw is on the bench today. Will Cardiff stay up?
I think it's going to be tough.
That's a good way of putting it. Yes, they're going to be tough. They're on the down.
They haven't really done anything to make me think, wow, that's them trying to prove that they can stay up. They've got up and they're like, I'm happy to be here.
What the hell is that kit?
Yeah, it's not a nice kit.
That is disgusting.
But someone in the comments here has said Pereira has shades of Thiago, in his opinion. Do you agree with that?
A little bit. I think Thiago's someone that can control the game of football at the top level of European football when he's fit. He's unbelievable. I like Pereira. I think he's really changed. You know what I mean? He's changed as a player. Last season he was playing the wing for Valencia, and now he's come playing defensive midfield like he did last pre-season. I really like him. I agree. He's been controlling the tempo very, very well, but not to the level of Thiago, I'd say, yet. But there could be some big performers. Anyway, guys, team news for you: Manchester United. They're going to be setting up in a 3-5-2, not this 4-2-3-1 we've got here. I do believe it will be Lee Grant in goal, Fosu-Mensah, Smalling, Tuanzebe as a back three, into midfield, Darmian as a right wing back, then McTominay, Herrera, Pereira. Left wing back will be Demi Mitchell, and then Juan Mata, Alexis Sanchez up top. And Liverpool news for Cameron today.
Grabara in goal, Camacho right back, Van Dijk centre back, Clavan partners him, Moreno, that makes up the back four. Then we go into the midfield three of Milner, Fabinho and Lallana, up to the top three, Mane, Solanke and Salah. But what made me do a little weird confused face there?
Yeah.
Darmian was captain last game. He's in the team again, and now it's given to Herrera. So is he just playing about?
He's having a bit of a game, isn't he?
Doesn't mean anything.
Don't mean anything. Chuck it around.
You know?
In the glory days of Manchester United, under Sir Alex Ferguson, the captaincy used because there were so many captains in the team. Someone would just get it, and it'd be moved around. It went from the likes of Rio. Well, sorry, before that, even Giggs, and then Scholes would get it, then Rio would get it, then Vidic would get it, then Evra would get it. It'd just be passed around because. It's not about.
Who's your leaders?
I think there's some leaders in there. I think Paul Pogba's going to come back and be a leader. I think if you're looking on the pitch now, Alexis Sanchez, Juan Mata should be
the experience.
The leaders, stepping up.
Start. I've just seen that in the comments. If someone says, "Does Bailly start?"
Is he starting?
Yeah.
So this is wrong.
I've just seen him in the team. I've literally just seen him.
You can't be, no.
I swear I saw him on the shirt.
Yeah, but MUTV are setting us up in a diamond.
No, I swear I've just seen his shirt.
That's a small. You couldn't have done.
I've seen him as well.
You've seen him as well?
Just saw.
Only if they all shake, the whole team shake.
Does the whole team shake hands in pre-season? I've just seen his shirt.
What's going on? You saw it, yeah?
That was definitely.
They've not even got a picture for Camacho because he's that much of a young player. We're just watching the MUTV coverage again, guys. If you want to check it out, go over to there. It's not. No, it can't be. Or it may be like the I don't know. The substitutes are shaking hands or something. We are moments away from kickoff, guys. Keep getting into the comments. Keep smashing that like button. And subscribe to me if you're new. Subscribe to Cam. The link is in the description
Hit
below.
the like button because remember, 1,000 likes gets one of you guys any shirt of your choice.
I bottled it.
Hit the like button.
Jack Lewis has just said. I said Stepanikov when it's Stepanico. I got that one wrong when we recorded. Like the outtakes of some of my videos, one day we're going to clip it all up and put it out as a video. It's hilarious. The one that we were doing this week was Socrates Papastathopoulos.
That's a high five. You should see our handshakes.
Maybe we'll do that at 1,000 likes. No, actually 500 likes. Let's cut
500 likes, you get a handshake. 1,000, you get a shirt of your choice. Now, if that isn't enticing, what is?
Exactly. Nothing. Nothing is enticing at all. But anyway, Man United versus Liverpool. Those Liverpool fans singing the song,
Dave, it's already 5:03 a.m. here. When will the game start? The game will start now.
Yeah, right now it should be starting up. We'll give you the time in the thumbs up for our stream as well, for the clock in the top right here. Also, we need to get that 0-0ers as well on the scoreline. Liverpool's got the best crowds. That comes in from Maddie Jones. Fair play, Liverpool, when they're up for it, they really are up for it. Can you show the game? Unfortunately, we can't show the game here. MUTV, go over there. Those guys are amazing. You'll see me on MUTV next season. Go and support those guys because you'll be supporting us as well. So, get involved with that type of thing. I think it's starting now. Everyone's going soon. All the good stuff. Just trying to refresh all the comments. The graphics are mint, by the way. Cheers, Oliver. You are a legend too. And we have kicked off Manchester United versus Liverpool.
It's exciting.
It is going to go mad today, guys. We're going off. United score. I am going off. Abdul is just doing some dance moves off lie. It's
what is
going
Timothy Fosu-Mensah's best position? I've seen this question quite a lot.
Eric Bailly does start there in the centre of the back three.
Told you. Oh my days.
Tackle there, Eric Bailly. It's already dying in. So Chris Smalling is not starting. Eric Bailly starts.
If you're MUTV and you've got Smalling, I'm sure you can.
So it's just refreshed it on the OneFootball app. So we've got, this is the wrong formation and system, but we've got Bailly, Tuanzebe and Timothy Fosu-Mensah as back three. I am excited about that back three. That has got a lot of quality, a lot of pace, a lot of different skills in there. And Timothy Fosu-Mensah's best position for me, I would have said right back, but watching him in pre-season, this pre-season, I've not been too convinced with his positioning. Maybe in a back three, right centre-back, perfect for him. Can drive forward into midfield, can attack the space. I love a bit of Tuanzebe as well.
I've heard good things from Tuanzebe from both you and Steve. You rave about him. You say he's such a natural centre-back.
He's just so good on the ball. That's the thing that...
Is he a ball-playing centre-back?
He's a ball-playing centre-back, and we've not seen that for United, really. Like, when you see good players, I mentioned this on the last stream, when you see good players at that level, at, like, reserve level, when they're really good, so just stepping in now to...
That is a nice touch. That was so accidental, but just the way he flicks it over his head.
Yeah, so when you see at that level those players of that quality, I'm talking like Gerard Piqué quality, they're the players I've seen coming through at United. That's how impressed I was with him. It was at that level. But it's a shame that he went on loan, and it looks like he's done a lot of work in the gym in this pre-season, so it's looking tasty. Man United definitely setting up in this 3-5-2. Herrera, McTominay and Pereira. It's a real tongue twister, isn't it? Herrera.
So Manchester United have tweeted a late change to MUFC starting 11 as Bailly steps in for Chris Smalling, but there's no further information.
That must be an injury.
There's no further information.
Got to be an injury, that.
But, right, so it's pre-season days, right? Is there still that little bit of fire?
Yeah, there's always going to be fire between these two guys. Always fire.
Is it still as intense as it would be in the Prem, or is it, we'll take a step back, but I still hate you? And
it's got to be, yeah.
I'm going to be hitting you
absolutely.
As we saw there, Sanchez just got wiped out.
Crunched.
But, all the young players starting, so Mitchell, Tuanzebe, they must be like,
they'll be up for it,
game.
yeah. I think that's a big thing. Like, for United, as a you know, when I had my season ticket from 16 to 21, the Liverpool games were my favourite games. Always so good. Like the Berbatov hat trick when Gerrard scored twice, kiss the camera.
You see it there,
it's
the
tasty.
aggression.
Already tasty. Andres Pereira though, kicking off. Go on, lad.
James Milner,
absolutely love it.
Oh, he's coming in. 6 foot. He's like,
hold on, Pereira. I'll be dealing with this.
Grandad. get away.
Grandad, get over here. Dave, what signings do you think we'll make before the end of the window? I'm not sure. Maguire, maybe. That's been linked. If you go in the eye, wherever the eye is, which side is the eye?
The eye
will be that side.
Towards the Cantona shirt, everyone.
So the eye will be up here. In that eye is the Harry Maguire to Manchester United transfer talk. We did a bit of an analysis about that on Friday. If you're
this is the eye button.
Cam saying the eye. Man United looking direct. I quite like this for United in this system. They press a little bit more as well. We're seeing the McKenna sort of gene come through. Ball over the top. Demi Mitchell, nice. Brilliant positioning from Demi Mitchell there. Stopping
Mitchell
a long
and
ball.
Tuanzebe playing alongside each other.
Yeah, I like that.
That must be something they've played before at youth level.
Yeah, you'd say,
nice little bit of understanding there.
Yeah, I think Demi Mitchell's really come on in a defensive sense since he's went up north to play in Scotland in the SPL. He's come back and he looks a bit better. There's twice already. There's been long balls out to Mo Salah. It's a Liverpool trend and he's read it really well. But what is worrying is a front three against the back three. That scares the absolute hell out of me. But with United's players,
the wing backs drop in.
Eventually will get isolated like Roma did Champions League last season. But United have got real pace in there and strength, so I'm not as. You know what I mean? I'm not as worried.
They're young, they're fast, and they're wanting it. They're up for it. They're aggressive.
They're up for it. Absolutely up for it. Man United versus Liverpool in the ICC
International Champions Cup.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You know.
Solanke down the right-hand side, decent defending from Axel Tuanzebe, back to Lee Grant. The Man United, the biggest sign of the summer, you'd say. Going long, but I like that from Axel Tuanzebe. Strong, forceful, coming out to the flank. If United do start to play this 3-5-2, that's going to be a big thing. Those defenders being comfortable in those wide areas, which kind of makes you almost think that Jones isn't really suited for this outside centre-half role. Smalling probably isn't suited for the outside centre-half role. I'd love to see Victor Lindelof in the middle of a back three as well. That would be so tasty. Fantastic at the World Cup, but such a good ball player. You know, when I went to see him live last season, that was the thing whenever I watched him. I was so impressed by how he carries the ball, how he passes. He's a wonderful technician, brilliant player. He just needs to, a little bit more game time, I think. But I like the sort of look of this back three. Very, very, very.
You know what makes me laugh?
Yes.
You know how you've got Dave saves?
Yes.
You've got goal not granted now. That's your hashtag. The social media team at United, they're loving a good goalkeeper hashtag.
Oh, yeah, they are loving it. Absolutely. Fair play, Cam. You went there, you were ballsy, you delivered the line, and now we can see Man United, the One Football app, moving forward to saying United are playing a 3-2, 3-1-1. Crazy systems, crazy technology. But the exciting thing, look at that guy. There he is. Fred. Bloody love Fred.
So, right back situation.
Okay.
Is Delot a right back or is he the left back?
Delot is a right back, I'd say.
Right,
Can play left
right
back.
So Valencia's your right back at the moment. You're saying he's going to start. We touched on this a little bit in the last video if you were with us there. Just want to go through it a little more to educate myself.
Yeah,
and maybe some people that don't know about him yet.
100%.
So is he better than Valencia or is he going to be better than Valencia?
I think he's going to be better than Valencia because he's a defender.
Will he start?
I think he'll come into the team.
What time will he be starting?
I'm going to say Christmas he's starting.
Because obviously Valencia's got an injury at the moment.
Yeah.
Delot will be back.
James Milner in behind here. Solanke with a flick. Cleared away by Manchester United. A little bit of danger from the right-hand side. Across the ball. Solanke with some good movement into the channel. Played it across a little... It wasn't Solanke, sorry. I think it was...
Solanke got the
little flick. But it was... I think it might be James Milner that drove through. Again, the really interesting side with this Liverpool midfield is their ability to... make those runs ahead of the midfield. We're talking the two central midfielders frequently got in behind. It was a long throw, James Milner in behind, little cut ball, attempted flick, good defending from Eric Bailly. And
they look sharp, don't they?
Darmian. Both teams look quite sharp. They look fresh. Something you were speaking about before. Liverpool have no more games after this, before the start of the season.
According to Google.
According to Google.
I feel like they might have a few pre-season behind closed doors type
games,
but none that have been noted down.
Ball up, long ball up by Tuanzebe, trying to get sort of Sanchez up. Sanchez waving the lads forward, engaging, of course, the main man, Scott McTominay on the right-hand side. United winning the ball back. What's really impressed me with United in pre-season are well-played Andres Pereira. Three guys around him, rides the tackles, wins the ball back, ships it to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe backed. I love Andres Pereira really impressing me at the start of this game.
And as you can see, he's dropping deep.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Ball over the top here. One man could be in.
Why isn't the keeper? Oh,
no, he's offside.
Nice
decent finish though. Yeah, lovely. So if you've not seen a lot of pre-season with this Man United team, they are playing this back three in these bigger games. And something that you'll see is they'll be a lot more direct, and I quite like that. It's less messing about. It's more like, we're going to go long, we're going to hit you, we're going to try and hit you in those situations. Liverpool pressing high, and the main man, Andres Pereira, really looking well to deal with the sort of pressure, under pressure there, some good tenacity to win the ball back as well. And with someone like a Nemanja Matic injured for the start of the season,
you've got a lot of injuries, haven't you?
There's always a bloody lot of injuries. It seems like as soon as Fergie left, everyone got injured.
Valencia's out. Delot comes back, mid-August?
So he's training now. He won't be back for the first game, Mourinho says. So I hope that he'll be second game of the season against
Tottenham. He'll be starting. And then
I don't think he'll be starting that game. It'll be, ball over the top. Mo Salah's in. What a save. What was it?
Goal not granted.
Goal not granted right there. Hashtag it at Statman Dave. If you want to tag Cameron in as well, just at Cameron.
I have to say it wasn't. I didn't come up with that hashtag, by the way.
You didn't?
No, it's United. What a save, though, to be fair.
Yeah, very good save.
What a header, though, we have to say. He's facing his own goal, heads it backwards to try and lob him.
It's a good ball. The worry there is, again, United not tracking runners with this back three. They've got to do that. But good movement from Mo Salah, getting in behind, brilliant ball over the top.
Corner.
Flick header, good save by Lee Grant.
By James Milner. Whips it in, out swinging, back post.
Oh, cleared off the line. Who was that? Herrera, yeah. Brilliant defending.
Nice
fantastic little flick.
United on the counter attack now. Demi Mitchell showing some pace. Goes past one. Almost kicks someone in the head.
Tasty tackles. In this 3-5-2 of United as well, what you'll see is really quick breaks.
He is fast.
Quick, very, very quick from Demi Mitchell there down the left-hand side. Good break from Sanchez. Good sort of link-up play with
nice little pass. I don't know whether he meant it to go so wide.
I think he did, yeah. He's opening the angle, wasn't he?
McTominay asking for the ball, not receiving it.
Started at such potential here, guys. Dave, how are you watching the match? MUTV. Jump onto MUTV, or if you're in America, I think ESPN are covering it over there. But yeah, go and, I think it's like £2 a month or something like that for MUTV. So it's well worth it. There'll be some great content on there next season.
Raphael, I'm a Chelsea fan. This man is a Man United fan, as you can tell. But Chelsea are going to be champions this season.
The Europa League?
Everything.
The Europa League.
FA Cup, eh?
Champions of the Europa League is always a good. You know, we've done it. You've done it.
Taking the mick, but you know, you were the last English club to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Marouane
Who was the
Fellaini
last
special.
English club?
Scott
to win
McTominay.
the Champions League?
Ball in the feet to Juan Mata, out to Demi Mitchell. Nice little
Nice
footwork.
turn there. Ask for it back.
It's good. I like the rotation of the United midfield in this 3-5-2. It's very fluid. Eric Bailly driving into midfield. Ball out to Darmian. Lovely first touch back on himself. God. But again, like with United as well, they struggled last season with building up, and it looks like in this back three, it allows the centre-backs to carry, that's an awful kick from Lee Grant. But Andres Pereira intercepts again in defensive midfield.
Nice and calm there.
Yeah.
You'd expect someone to like come through, slide, get it out. Nice little chilled on the ball.
He's interested in his role. He's playing like sort of as a deep line midfielder, but what we're seeing, the qualities that we usually don't see from a player like Andres Pereira, like a technically gifted attacking player. Ooh,
Oh, who was that?
dodgy touch by Eric Bailly, but Sadio Mane is offside.
He knew that.
You knew it. He was absolutely chilling. Yeah, guys, keep getting your comments in. Keep sort of, liking that goddamn video and all the good stuff.
Let's move on. Let's talk about some transfers. United are coming through.
Oh, yeah?
Just while the game's a bit dry at the moment.
Yeah.
So Wolves are
Okay.
targeting Argentinian international Marcus Rojo. He's a centre back for United. We talked last week. That's how long ago I feel it was.
Yeah.
We talked last live stream.
Yeah.
United need to sell before they can buy. Wolves want Rojo, offload him, bring in Maguire. Is that the plans?
I think it's Maguire and Darmian. Paul Hurst in the Times, who's a regarded, very well regarded journalist for Man United News. Ooh, little play from Camacho though. Tuanzebe getting his body in the way. Back to the goalkeeper.
He's got to be quick. He didn't see that, did he?
But yeah, going back to the thing that Paul Hurst was saying. So Paul Hurst, Jamie Jackson, they're with the United squad. In some ways, they get, they're probably told some stuff by the press officer on the tour about certain things. For example, this one example could be Paul Hurst saying that Darmian has to go, Rojo has to go to fund the Maguire transfer that could be around 65 million quid, making him the second most defender of all. Looks like the most expensive defender of all time.
More expensive than John Stones, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
But if you want to know more about Harry Maguire and how he might fit into the United lineup and everything, there's a video. Check the I button around here. And go click on it.
Also, the poll as well. The poll. Get into the poll. Who's going to finish higher in the Premier League? Man United fans, Liverpool fans. Who's going to finish higher in the Premier League? You guys are going to be making the decisions, and we'll be telling you who wins that poll at the end, and that will mean who actually finishes higher in the Premier League, because that is the power we have on YouTube. Liverpool breaking down the left-hand side for Manchester United. Chance for Mo Salah, headed Lee Grant.
That's one thing I've noticed in this game. You're giving Salah so much space.
It's a little bit worrying, isn't it?
I can see a goal from Salah.
Yeah, it's looking like Salah's movement's been really, really crisp. Is how you could
who else I've
describe
been
it.
slightly impressed with?
Who?
Adam Lallana.
Oh yeah.
Saw a nice little bit of quick feet from him, and then a nice little 1-2. I just think he's underrated at times.
I think he was underrated then overrated, like Moussa Dembele. And who was the player we were talking about today? Marcus Alonso. Who's gone through that underrated, overrated hype. Oh, the Liverpool keeper.
He's got some
moving around. Alexis Sanchez under pressure. Long ball forward. Go on, Pereira. I like Pereira really showing a lot of quality in defensive midfield.
Not scared, is he?
The ball was, long ball from Liverpool, headed back into midfield. Pereira versus two Liverpool players, wins it, clears the ball. See you later. I love that aggression. Love it.
Hitting.
Yeah. See. So what this game's all about? Big tackles. We're just seeing the Liverpool chance again replayed. The back post, some good defending from
Liverpool using flanks better than United.
At the moment, yeah. I think the movement from Mo Salah's been good again at long ball targeting.
Shows his quality.
That's one of the things that Liverpool did frequently in the Champions League last season, is those long balls to Mo Salah. Punting the balls into the channel for him in a way to use them as this sort of advance forward.
To break fast there as well. That's something that you don't see often at United.
No, awful pass from Matteo Darmian to try and get Juan Mata in on the right hand side.
Do you feel like United are trying to rush things?
They're trying to be direct, I think. I think that's the key to this game for United, is trying to hit the space in behind the Liverpool fullbacks or hit it to Sanchez. Ooh, another ball into the box. Demi Mitchell, dodgy touch in the penalty area.
Gives it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah turns in, lays it off. Who's that? Is that Camacho?
Yeah, Camacho.
Nice feet.
We're safe.
Crosses it in.
Yeah, cool. Again, with this United team, if they get back, if someone breaks on them and the three are exposed, the back three are exposed, as soon as you can recover and the back five gets in, it's a very, very solid defensive structure. Five at the back, three in midfield is is very, very good. You know, we see the likes of Hoffenheim play that way. We've seen Juve do it over the years. It's just strong. Like, every time I've watched Hoffenheim play Bayern or play Dortmund, they always drop to the back five really, really quickly. And they've beat them a few times over the last few seasons. And, you know, Hoffenheim, for example, today won 8-2 against Heerenveen in a friendly.
That's good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Pretty decent.
I love Nagelsmann. He's a top lad.
We're talking about a 3-5-2. And Harry Maguire. Let's bring him into the equation again. Your other options were, of course, Alderweireld, who you had some nice turn there.
Good
you
turn
had some. Wait for it.
McTominay ball into the channel. To Alexis Sanchez, Virgil van Dijk will turn it out, plays it down the line. Good defending from Van Dijk. Such a good defender, Virgil van Dijk.
You were saying at the World Cup, Harry Maguire is going to get found out.
Could be one day. Going to get found out, and he proved me wrong.
Do you want him at United? Are you a fan of him, or would you prefer to have obviously got Bonucci or Alderweireld, who don't seem to be coming?
I would have gone. My preference of those three would have been Bonucci, Maguire, Alderweireld.
Right.
I think
why are they?
Bonucci first up because he's a brilliant ball player and he's so good at defending.
Does age never come into your head when you're thinking about this, or are you just like one of those people that's like, age is just a number?
If you're Italian and you're a centre half, age is just a number. It's fact. It's like Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, age isn't a number anymore. It's like one of those things where you always know Italian defenders are very, very good.
If you're world class, you're world class.
Like Nesta. Nesta was fantastic until he retired. Cannavaro was brilliant until he retired. Chiellini's been brilliant for his entire career.
Italians often have great centre backs.
They
don't
do. They always have very good centre backs. It's going to be interesting, the next sort of wave for like Rugani and Romagnoli. I'm not like, those two players have had such promise for a number of years, but never quite got there. United obviously linked quite heavily with Romagnoli. I think from when I've watched him, I've never been sure with him, and that's the thing with Bonucci. You're sure, and that's why he's number one.
And with Maguire,
good pressing from United in midfield.
Counter-attack, 3v5. Nice little ball
Sanchez.
to Sanchez.
Go on.
2-5s at the touchline.
Late that. That was Pereira on the break, that. Pereira on the counter-attack. Quite an interesting...
Pereira has been your standout player. And there's always one person that seems to stand out at pre-season.
Yeah.
And then they need to get their chance. If you don't give them a chance, it's like, I've gone on a loan deal, I've come back, and now I'm wanting to prove myself.
Yeah, I think with Pereira, I think you've got to give him a chance. I think if Matic is out, for me, he's number one.
What a ball.
Good ball. No. It's gone. Throw in.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, Pereira. I think you've got to give him a go. I think from what we've seen in this game, the tenacity, under pressure, rolling out of pressure, everything that you want in a defensive midfielder in a 3-5-2, he's given it. And those little fouls, niggly little fouls in the opponent's half, breaks up the flow. We saw Croatia do that so well in the World Cup, and that's why arguably they got to the final. And that's the thing. Hi guys, from Callum Thomas. I'd prefer Alderweireld to win the league now and let Tuanzebe and Lindelof start in 2 years' time. Yeah, fair enough. Good shout. Why I'd go Maguire over Alderweireld. I think Alderweireld has potential weaknesses. I don't see him as a leader. Maguire, I think there's a lot of good things in his game. That's why you got to click that I button, maybe after the stream, wherever it is, and
just over here,
yeah,
Dave.
Around there. There, yeah, cool. But United 0, Liverpool 0.
And you're playing a 3-5-2 still. Something that gives me doubt of the fact that you might want to be playing it in the new season is the fact that you're potentially signing Willian. A fee has apparently been agreed for £66 million. Where would he play? If you're going to play a 3-5-2, he's not a wing back. No,
I think that in a 3-5-2, he's going to be more of one of the strikers, you'd say. But that's the reports coming from Toot Sport, which are regarded really poorly by our Red Devils Reddit. Though, shout out to those guys. It has been rumoured a lot, but I don't believe that. It was reported by the Express as well, and you all know the Express talks absolute garbage.
And apparently you're in for Cahill.
Gary Cahill?
Gaz Cahill.
Jesus. No, thank you.
No?
No.
Pro Maguire?
Yeah, 100%. I'd rather any of the United. I'd rather see Chris Smalling and Phil Jones start every single game than sign someone like Gary Cahill. We had a little bit of a problem there. Demi Mitchell, poor ball inside. United lost the ball. Mo Salah was clean through. Great tackle from
I feel like
Eric Bailly.
Liverpool have played more games together.
They're pressing well as well. This game's been good because both teams are pressing each other.
You got some wayward passing.
Go on, Scott. Switch it.
He hasn't.
Scott McTominay left hand side, driving ahead of Alexis Sanchez.
Hold up play. Out you go.
Lovely feet from Sanchez. Opens up the body.
What a ball. He's
offside.
What a touch. That's what I matter with 2 offside goals. But I'm telling you now, you've seen the Marcelo touches all over social media. If that touch isn't on social media, I don't know what
that was filthy. Brilliant ball. Sanchez really well opened himself up and then played a clip ball over the top to Juan Mata.
Just offside as well, not far.
If Juan Mata had a yard of pace, he'd be so good. Best player in the world.
He is phenomenal.
It's you, one. It's you, one. Would William play right wing back if the 3-5-2 if Valencia wasn't available? Probably. I think we saw Sanchez.
I wouldn't
not Sanchez,
like
sorry.
to have him there.
No, I wouldn't like to have him there, but that's why Perisic was going to be signed, because he played in a 3-5-2 into the year before. Mourinho saw his defensive qualities. He does have. Positionally, though, I watched those games back when Perisic played as a left wing back, because I'm a nerd like that. Caught out a lot in a positional sense, so it could be an issue for me. Your wing backs have got to be defenders first, but they have to be good at attacking, obviously. But the defensive side of it is very important. Shout out to the ambulance probably going past. You guys in the NHS do great work. Keep doing the good stuff. Liverpool, though, in the final third, good play. Lallana in behind the defence. What can he do? Ball back, and again, the main man, Eric Bailly.
Oh,
perfect
Tuanzebe just
phasing.
loves a take on.
You see what I was talking about with his confidence, his ability to bring the ball out?
How old is he?
He's like 21, I'm going to say.
21.
Axel Tuanzebe.
No, he's like 20.
Yeah, 20 years old. What a talent he is. 20 years old.
He does look class.
You know who else is 20? Marcus Rashford.
Cameron Waters.
Are you 20 years old?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I've hit the pinnacle of my career.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. The weird thing is, when I think about it, I'm older than Romelu Lukaku and Paul Pogba. That's
Put together.
Mad. Unbelievable. It's just some of the...
Dave, which team do you support? I wonder.
Manchester United.
Let's see if
I do like some teams around Europe, though. At the moment, I like Hoffenheim. I like RB Leipzig. I enjoyed Valencia last season. I love a bit of Lazio. They're the teams I kind of like. I like teams that play good football or a different style of football. That's what I get excited about. Football.
Dave, we've got a really, really clinical question that someone needs to ask you.
Yeah.
Can you give us statistically the best yogurt out there?
The best yogurt?
The best yogurt.
That's a good question.
Statistics,
very good
please.
Question. I'm going to go with a corner.
A Muller corner?
Yeah, because you've got like a 75% and a 25%, and when you combine it for the 100%,
that makes 100.
You get like a 2 times bonuser, so it actually goes up to a 200% yogurt. And
really?
It's just amazing.
And are you one of the men that eat, or ladies, that eat the corner by itself?
No, that's wrong.
Or do you
need to combine to get the 100%?
Do you stir once they're in?
No. See, I'm more of
just combine, leave on top, and then spoon up.
You see, I'm like a spoon combiner, where I combine it on the spoon. So you get 75% of yogurt on your spoon, then you get a little bit of the 25% of the jam, and then you pop it in.
The jam? You're on about the fruit ones?
Come on, man.
You can't be having this.
Don't be like that. What's wrong with fruit? Don't discriminate.
I thought you were talking about, the banana flakes and vanilla yogurt thing.
No, so my favourite one's the the strawberry one. That's my favourite. Anyway, back to the game. Liverpool on halfway.
Thank you, Jacob, for the
great question there, guys. Great question.
If we sign an attacking midfielder, then we definitely have a chance
of winning the league.
Of winning the league.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I think a centre half and a left wing back, or a left wing back would be my choice of selection of players to buy. But again, I'm not in charge.
Liverpool have no squad depth. They will not win the league.
But they've grown it, haven't they? They've made some good signings now. So those 3 central midfield, without, of course, Oxlade-Chamberlain's gone. They've still got those 3 centre mids out of it. No, Huddersfield. Wijnaldum, Henderson, and James Milner. They're still there, and they've also got Keita and Fabinho now, and Lallana's back. So that's real good depth in central midfield. I think attack they still lack a little bit of depth. Of course, getting Shaqiri with is a very good player. Creating more chances than any other player outside the top 6 clubs. So a very good player in terms of that would improve the side, and also 8 goals and 7 assists. But is he the level of Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Firmino? Absolutely not. So there's still a little bit of depth there. Also, I said centre half is an issue for Liverpool. Anyway,
the United build-up is too slow at the moment. I think we've seen spells of what you can do.
Yes,
but I've also seen spells where you're trying to rush it and then the hold-up play because you're not getting men forward.
There's sometimes United look quick and they're pressing and they're looking quite direct, and I kind of agree. Sometimes it's going back, and the issue is at fullback. And again, it's like the Louis van Gaal backward pass type manoeuvre when we want to play forward. But it's looking good. Like United, I like the aggression from United. Great tackle from Scott McTominay there, and another decent tackle from Adam Lallana. And Herrera intercepting, playing Matteo Darmian out. This is the problem with Matteo Darmian. This is the problem. Received a ball where he can take on the opposition, where he can drive at the byline. What does he do? Turns on himself and passes back. That's why he's never going to make it at Manchester United.
What do you think of the Shaqiri signing for Liverpool? Because I just think it's a weird one.
Good. Like they wanted to get Naby. They wanted to get
Price is brilliant.
Yes.
But like, it's just squad depth, isn't it? Really.
That's what they were going to get Fekir. Fekir is a wonderful player, but again, he has got dodgy knees, and that's what the medical showed. And Liverpool didn't want to pay the money that they were going to pay for Fekir.
That was basically done deal as well.
Yeah, that was completely done.
Done the interview and everything.
Yeah. All done, but the medical thing. So basically, do you know Ledley King?
Yeah.
Knee injuries.
Do I know Ledley King?
Ledders. He, at the end of his Tottenham career, he couldn't train every single day with the first team because his knees couldn't handle it. So what actually happened with his career is he had to like train once or twice a week. It's like Sami Khedira, same thing, doesn't train every day with Juve. Great sort of tackle by Ander Herrera.
But they can play 90 minutes.
But they can play 90 minutes, really weird. So they have like a certain capacity of their knees, and like basically Fekir has like every third week he has off for Lyon or something like that. You know, that's what we're hearing from the Liverpool camp anyway. Shout out to Redmen TV, top guys. If you are a Liverpool fan, go and check them out. Of course, subscribe to me, Statman Dave, and Cam Waters as well. Like that goddamn video. All the good stuff. Man United 0, Liverpool 0. 25 minutes gone in the biggest
Let's
game.
get it to 200 likes, shall we? 7 likes.
200 likes. Come on, guys. Bang that button.
And then,
smash it to it.
Every 100. Up to 500, that's the handshake.
That's what we're doing.
Keep going up.
All ball over the top. Mane nearly in good cover and challenge there.
Shirt of your choice.
From Axel Tuanzebe, who's having a very good game.
Willian or Martial?
Willian or Martial? Martial.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Younger, bigger potential.
More angry. Really good.
More angry.
That was actually Timothy Fosu-Mensah who made a great recovery run on Sadio Mane. Good
Liverpool
defending.
Looking dangerous.
Yeah, they're all right. Man United are cool. We're cool.
Tuanzebe. Ooh, that's a pen.
Ooh, Mo Salah going down there.
Is that a pen? It's a penalty. It is a penalty.
Demi Mitchell.
I did think that. As soon as I saw it, I did say that was a pen. Ball comes in, flicked over by Mane. Sane takes it down. Mitchell not knowing anywhere where it is. Just drops behind him.
Man.
Turns
That's
around. Mitchell
rubbish.
looks. They both go for it. Salah gets his body in the way, and Mitchell swings to clear it and just connects with Salah. Salah goes down very quick, like he's been shot. But it is very soft. But it's a penalty.
Come on, Lee Grant. Abdul, could you? Thanks, man. Sadio Mane steps up. 12-yard death strike.
It's 1-0 to Liverpool. Sadio Mane. Jesus Christ.
Abdul has lost it. He is smashing up the studio right now. He is so angry about this. I'm pretty upset about that as well. I felt Demi Mitchell's had a good start to the game. Like, didn't really deserve that at all.
That's a 1-0. I'm going to change the title.
VAR needed from Yellow T-shirt Gaming. I could not agree more. Lallana's hair is dodgy. Matthew Jarvis, I also agree. No, it's a goal. All the good stuff. He dived in a friendly. They're cheating. Absolute.
I wouldn't say it was a dive. I'd say he went down easy, but
it was awful. It was awful. Absolutely awful.
Why don't you bring around this way, Abdul? All right.
Good fizzy drinks. Just this is what the football drives me to sometimes.
I haven't even drank much.
Has Demi Mitchell just been subbed off? No. Oh no, he's just chatting. I literally thought that Demi Mitchell had just been subbed off. I was like, oh my god, that is bad. That is bad.
Mourinho speaking to the referee here, complaining, saying that's a bit soft, mate. Eh? Look over there. Yeah. That's where it happened. That's soft.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's a penalty. Well, I do think it's a penalty, but anyway.
You do think it was a penalty, you just don't want to believe it is.
No,
it's a very soft penalty, but then that's where you get the... If that was the United... If you flip that, and it's Demi Mitchell being tackled by Salah in their box, I'm
standing up. I'm standing up.
You're like, oh,
yeah, hey, the penalty! Referee! But anyway, guys, if you're just joining the stream, we're currently having a water break at the moment. Man United setting up in a 3-5-2. You know, the back three of Tuanzebe, Eric Bailly, Timothy Fosu-Mensah. The breaking news there, Chris Smalling was supposed to start, maybe injured. Do you want to see if we've got any news on that? Injury to Chris Smalling?
I shall.
Into midfield, it's a midfield 5, Darmian on the right-hand side, Mitchell on the left-hand side, Pereira, McTominay and Herrera, and then Juan Mata just off Alexis Sanchez. Andres Pereira has been fantastic so far in this game, if you've not been watching it. Been playing really good in defensive midfield. What I've liked about is his aggression. Another side I've seen from Andres Pereira, throwing himself in, Liverpool pressing, him getting aggressive on the ball. Also, his passing's been very good. He had a moment where he drove through midfield and carried the ball. He's having a really good game, and for me, got to start the first game of the season.
Yeah, I think he's been your best player.
I think he's been our best player in pre-season, 100%.
A little update on Chris Smalling then. So United are saying that Bailly has replaced him just as a precaution due to a minor injury. We're not sure what the injury is, but it's only a small one. I think they don't want to like aggravate it.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I think that's fair from
That's
United.
What forward. Go back, get a little massage on it, and then there you go. Nice little link-up play there. Demi Mitchell running through the middle, surrounded by Liverpool players, offloads it. Foul. Nice little free kick, one in a dangerous area, just outside the box.
United.
Probably about 20-odd yards, 20.
Let's get Pereira on it, guys. Let's get Pereira on it and get into the comments, guys. Who do you want to see Manchester United sign?
It's a weird number for Fabinho to have, number 3. It's not a centre mid number.
Disgusting.
It's awful.
What are you European or English in terms of your numbering? What's your defensive midfielder? What number is he?
6.
Okay. So traditionally, the English is 4.
4. I would have 4.
It's 4, 8, 10.
No.
But for me, it's 6, 8, 10.
I'd have 4 or 5, 6. One of them. But 6 is my centre back as well, though. So if your centre back wants 6, you give your centre back 6.
Absolutely not.
Or
Pereira,
26.
free kick. Yes! Come on! Go on, Andres Pereira, you absolute legend. What a goal!
Jesus, what a goal.
Sick. What a free kick that was. Absolutely smash-etted it from 30 yards, top left corner. Andres Pereira has to start, that's what we've been saying, has to start in the Premier League. First game of the season, Marty, tweet that stuff out, has to start in the 3-5-2. What a free kick
just looking like I've got no chance here.
Oh, the whip on that! Disgusting. Absolute, don't you dare. Do you want me to... I'm only joking, me and Cam are best buddies.
Yeah,
he just said something that was terrible, guys. I didn't want to repeat it, it was blasphemy. But that was a sick free kick, that. Absolutely sick. Future Ballon d'Or winner
He's saying there to everyone else, heads on now, lads, heads on.
Do you want to update the title, Cam? What a goal, guys. Everyone get into the comments. How good was that goal out of 10? I'm going to go for a 10 out of 10. What a goal. Man United won, Liverpool won in the International Champions Cup.
I've got a little information here on Pereira.
Do you want to put Pereira goal as well at the time?
I shall.
Yeah.
So Pereira's season stats last season, he made almost 1 key pass per game. He made 3 assists in the whole season, scored a goal, and then 1.1 tackles per game. What are you saying? Maybe improve a few numbers.
It's going to be different. If he's playing defensive midfield, the numbers will be very different. There'll be more ball playing, there'll be more tackles, more interceptions. At Valencia, he played out wide, so they played a 4-4-2. They usually went with Carlos Sousa and Guedes on the flanks. Pereira was basically the backup when one of those didn't play left wing, right wing. I saw him play quite well off of the bench when I was watching Guedes. I think they won 6-1 Valencia. Valencia were fantastic last season in spells. They were dodgy at the end of the year. Watched the game, they were awful. But Pereira was playing out wide. And in a way, playing under Marcelino, he's probably added this defensive side of his game. Marcelino is a very good Spanish coach, very good at sort of setting up in that Atletico Madrid 4-4-2 style. United, though, massively on top here. Darmian, right-hand side.
Nice little change.
Back he goes as well. Just every single time. You see what I'm saying about Darmian? Every single time he receives the ball,
momentum seems to be with United. They seem to be on top now.
What a goal, though. That gets you up, right?
Liverpool.
You're playing for United right now.
And you score a free kick.
Yeah.
Free kicks, like, any time anyone scores a free kick, whether it's Sunday League, Saturday League, amateur, non-league, professional, everyone gets hyped. Just like, did you just see what I did? And then everyone's like, yeah, I did. I'm going to do it now. I'm
going to do some more goals. Enter the comments, though. Pereira, greater than Luka Modric. James MUFC, numbers I go for. 2, 4, 5, 3, 6 at DM. That's exactly what I'm doing as well, James. They're the correct numbers. United play anti-football. No, they don't. They play Andres Pereira-style football. I think that's the exciting thing. Like, having a defensive midfielder that's quite progressive on the ball is exciting. I quite like that. And maybe Matic, there's rumours that he maybe moved to centre-half, but that would allow Pogba, Fred, Pereira. Tasty little midfield. Mo Salah, 1v1 with Axel Tuanzebe. Go on, lad.
Tuanzebe
Good defending from Tuanzebe.
Here's another stat. Tuanzebe.
All right.
Are you ready?
Statman.
Tuanzebe won 3.2 tackles per game at Villa, and he's kept Salah quiet, in my opinion.
He has. He's been good. Whenever they've been in that wide area, he's been dealing with him. Of course, the penalty with his...
Salah thinking that was a corner.
Yeah,
assistant ref was like, no, mate. It's a goal kick, and he was like, what? And he's like, it's a goal kick.
What do you know? What at the start as well? What I was saying with that back three and having 3 quick centre halves allows you to go, this 3v3, and allows you to be in that situation there where Mo Salah was played into the channels. Tuanzebe steps across, uses his pace, ball goes out to win the goal kick. I really don't think Pereira is a defensive midfielder, Dave, but he may become one. This is the thing.
In this game, he's played deeper than the other 2 centre mids.
So he's sitting and holding.
But what he's doing...
Again, that was fantastic. What a turn from Pereira. Received at central midfield. Lovely little Scott Parker turn. A 360 out to Darmian, who passes it backwards.
Where you're thinking we're saying he's sitting and just in front of the centre backs and then just offloading the ball. That's not what he's doing. He's receiving, looking up, maybe a little bit of movement here and there, just a little body feint or whatever, and then he's playing like wonder balls as well, and then the odd occasional pass here and there.
He's rotating positions with Pereira as well, which is quite nice. You could see that with Pogba, with Fred. They're all very comfortable at rotating. I think
the rotation between that would be Fred and Pereira.
I also think Pogba as well.
Pogba could do it, but I think Pogba would be the one that's more free.
So the interesting side of
if you're doing
Pogba,
that, where's Lingard?
This is the problem. Like, this is the problem with this system. Is like, where's Jesse Lingard playing? And Jesse Lingard's got to play, man. Like, he's got to play.
But that's the thing. Everyone wants to see a youth like someone coming through. But then you're like, well, but we've already got these. And I say Jesse Lingard. Oh, another bit of feist. Jeez, did you see that?
Any sense? But anyway,
did you see that?
Did you see that?
Mane,
who was that?
On Darmian.
Crunch him, Darmian.
The depression in your voice, Darmian.
And just every time he's getting
keepers on.
Well played, lovely stuff. Timothy Fosu-Mensah turning on a sixpence. Oh, he played forward and it was intercepted. Lovely stuff from Fosu-Mensah there, riding the Liverpool Sadio Mane pressure inside his own box, spinning round.
Keep it on the ground.
Camacho pushing forward. Good defending from Eric Bailly in the middle again. Eric Bailly. Ball forward.
Oh, nice touch.
Oh, lovely stuff from Sanchez.
How's he still got the ball?
Go on, Sanchez, lad. Oh, you book him there, ref. Give him the cheese. Sanchez receiving it, back to goal. Clavan comes through. Free kick, Manchester United. Good game, this. Good game of football.
When is your charity football manager stream, Dave?
We're going to do it when the game comes out. And it's going to be all to Diabetes
November.
UK.
Oh,
yeah, we're doing that.
What's that?
I'm going to win it, though.
All to Diabetes UK.
I'm seriously going to be... We're going to be serious here. We're going to have to, like... We're basically going to have to change this studio into, like, a number of tables with loads of different cameras and screen caps. Oh, it's going to be so sick.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for it to crash on OBS.
OBS broken. Well, technically, we could all
have face cams of every player, and then whoever's running the stream, we'll all be talking anyway in here. Whoever's running the stream will be like, "What's Cam doing?" To me, I'm top of the league. What's Dave doing? Oh, Statman, awful. Am I right?
So Cam, do you want to tell the good people at home about our bet that we had with the results of what happened in the bet, what was in the bet? It'll be great.
Okay, so if you don't follow me on Twitter, thanks for the plug, at Cam_Watters, Dave has still not followed me. I don't know why, you know. I'm here, I'm supporting, I run his stream basically. You know, this is all me.
You want to take any more credit?
And I also believe Marty and Abdul have a bit, but Dave just sits here and that's all he does. Yeah. And so I was like, you know what, Dave, to get you to follow me, what I'll do is I'll do a little FM challenge. What do you want me to do? He went to me, do you know what, Cam, you can pick one of the three relegation like favourites on the game. So I had the choice of, was it Barnsley,
so in the Championship,
and
I can't remember the
other one.
Burton? Yeah.
And I picked Barnsley, you know. Got them to 8th. No, I was 7th at the time.
You were 7th.
So I was in the playoff position.
4 games to go?
4 games to go. And I got there, so I was 6th in the last game of the season with Fulham 7th, and we were tied on points. Ooh. Goal difference, I had better goal difference. So all I needed to do was match whatever they did, and Fulham won and I lost.
Touch Andres Pereira there.
Which means I now have to clean the studio for 3 weeks straight.
You know, if you want to make the bets, Cameron, you've got to take that punishment.
But I did ask for a little, I'll do another one, and he was like, no. I'm not doing it. I'm too scared because that's
another dive.
You've got to book him there. Oh, I thought he was going to throw it at his head then.
We just had a moment there. Sadio Mane in the box, absolutely flops over. Bay is livid. He's thrown himself there. That's the second cheese of the game for me. Cameron shown he's a United. Cam is a United fan.
Definitely not.
Cam is a United
Definitely
fan.
not. I just appreciate a good free kick.
Yeah, it was a good free kick. Very good free kick. To be honest, I don't follow him either, Dave. You've got the right idea. James MUFC, I agree. You agree.
Oh.
What you can do, though...
This James loves a nice little cheeky comment, doesn't he?
James is very
we
good
see him in every stream.
He
Shout out to
dominates.
James MUFC.
James, probably already has subscribed to Cameron, so if you want to subscribe to Cameron, do that, but don't follow him on Twitter. That's what you've got to do, guys. We won't be linking his Twitter account anywhere around here. But that's the game. We will follow Cameron when he completes the challenge, and maybe we'll do another challenge next week. Maybe we'll do a Twitter poll next week to see what the next challenge is going to be. We'll give you some options. You vote for that, and then Cam has to do that on Football Manager.
I'm not a bad manager.
No, you did really you did well with Barnsley, but you bottled it in the key moment, and that's where you.
I also bottled it when I thought I was nice little
tasty challenge going
there.
in from Andres Pereira again.
Yeah,
Who
had a bit of
intercepts it.
time there, but I can't remember what I was going to say about my football. Oh yeah, I signed a striker and forgot that they were on a season-long loan that couldn't be terminated, so I had to wait till the next season when obviously the bet was cancelled. So I wasted money on that.
Yeah, you know, that's not my fault.
The other Pereira's warming up now, the goalkeeper.
Joel Pereira.
Maybe coming on at half-time.
He was part of the penalty fun we had on...
Stick around for that,
on
because
Thursday morning.
It's going to go off,
Oh,
mate.
I love penalty fun.
40 likes of 300 likes, 650 people watching, you know what to do.
Smash
Get it
that
to
goddamn
300.
Here we have Ander Herrera pivoting in midfield, back to Timothy Fosu-Mensah. I'm liking the look of this United back three, I really am.
When did this FM save commence? About a week ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good. You'd be putting a good shift, to be fair, on FM. You literally did it in 5 days.
5 days. That's what they call me. I have no free time, you know. Maybe I do.
Maybe you need to go on a few dates. I've been giving you that advice for a while. But anyway, guys, Man United won, Liverpool won in the ICC. I've been getting it right now. ICC.
ICC, but you're not saying trophy at the end.
I'm not saying
What does the
ICC
abbreviation
trophy.
stand for?
The International Champions Coupe.
Cup.
Coupe de Monde.
Coupe d'Amont.
Coupe de Monde is the
What
World
are you
Cup.
Drinking, Dave?
The beer Moretti. Great beverage.
L'authentique.
Any beverage you want. Accompany the stream.
How can I watch?
Coke, you want lemonade?
Well, you can stay here and watch on the Statman Dave YouTube channel, or go to MUTV, where soon you'll be seeing more of Statman Dave.
Or you can have my stream open, the game open,
and listen to my wonderful voice.
Oh, you're lacking ability on FM, you mean?
What about Arsenal, Dave? By this, I think he means how are Arsenal going to do this season?
Oh,
Talk a little bit about Arsenal if you'd like to. I have a little bit of a...
Just a recap on the game. Liverpool possession, central midfield. Man United sitting deep in a 5-3-2. That's what they transitioned to in a defensive sense. Very difficult to break down. Quite narrow as well. I'm liking it. Good pressure from United. But anyway, Arsenal.
So, Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel?
Tuchel. That's what I like to call him.
Tuchel.
Tuchel, not Tuchel. He said about Arsenal after their game, was it? He said, I think that they are playing in the Europa League this season. Am I right? A little dig
banters.
There, we saw this with Chelsea, no European games 3 years ago, and they were champions. Is it a big advantage in pre-season? It gets complicated for teams who have many players at the World Cup.
What was it? Arsenal 5?
Arsenal
PSG
5,
1?
PSG 1. And it was quite a weak PSG side, Only Buffon, Rabiot and you could say Diarra starting that may get into the PSG side when it's a full strength. But Arsenal playing a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I think that's the interesting side. Again, if you want to check out my Emery video, right up here. But what we're going to talk about there is it's quite interesting that they did set up a 4-2-3-1. Something that I've been calling for, Emery going back to his Sevilla model, and we saw that today with Guendouzi and, of course, El Nene at defensive midfield, and the first goal scorer, of course, Mesut Ozil, as a number 10. Just to the game, though, Mo Salah in the penalty area. Wonderful tackle from Axel Tuanzebe, who arguably is MVP number 2 at the moment, behind Andres Pereira. Really good defending on Mo Salah.
Now, if we talk back to Arsenal then, just quickly about the lineup that started. Obviously, Bern Leno in goal.
Yes.
Very good keeper. Then you got Hector Bellerin, Mustafi, Socrates, Kolasinac.
What's Socrates' second name?
Socrates, Mr. Socrates.
That's correct, it's Papastathopoulos.
El Neni, Guendouzi, Iwobi, Ozil, Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang. That is quite a good lineup.
Yeah, I think it's a decent team. Even we
bring it up.
Yeah, we could bring it up and stop just talking about it and actually bring the lineup. There you go. So this is the lineup for Arsenal. Well, the big thing there was the 2 strong defensive midfielders. Guendouzi, I think, is going to be the one. The other new, the player that I was linking Arsenal to and I thought Arsenal should go and get was Steven Nzonzi where he's going where?
He's going to Roma, apparently, you know, for, I think it's 25 million euros.
That's a credible deal for someone like that.
You know,
ball edge of the area, cleared away.
That's where you said he should have gone to Arsenal. You know, that's the type of player that he could replace, like El Neni.
Yeah, I think with you know, you're looking at Roma at the moment with Monchi as their director of football, signing all these good players. You know, we've seen the likes of Justin Kluivert go there. We've seen Ante Koric, a very talented player.
Nice little touch from Mane. Not Mane. Their right back
Camacho. There was a moment there where United was sprawling around, bodies everywhere. The right back for Liverpool had got him behind again.
I thought that was Pereira playing
side.
quite high. Then I realised it was Mata.
Liverpool keep attacking down
What's he doing
diving
there?
in there. It's all right, ball's gone out there. But United looking a little bit weak on the left-hand side, but not where Axel Tuanzebe is, just kind of where, of course, the main man, Danny Mitchell, is. But in terms of Arsenal's team, I was happy about that. But moving forward to Roma. Transfer news with Roma.
So obviously Nzonzi is nearing a 25 million euro move. Then Valverde on press conference.
So that's the Barcelona manager.
Obviously because with Malcolm supposed to be going to Roma.
Didn't go through. Mum was in Rome, upset, eating a pizza on her own.
Because Barca's, they've just come in and been like, oh, Malcolm, just pitch stop here for a minute. You know, we'll show you the sights, the new camp. Oh, wait, you're in the new camp? Yeah. Well, Valverde didn't want you. Malcolm isn't a player he asked for. It wasn't on his plans of this season's squad. And the previous scouting team didn't have any reports on him. So what's going on there, Dave? Have they just gone, well, he's one for the future, he's not going to Roma?
I think that's kind of one of the things where they obviously, you know...
if you're a Roma fan, you're not going to be happy about that, are you?
No, not at all. I think it's a frustrating thing. The Roma fans, we're at the airport waiting to welcome Malcolm. Malcolm is a very, very good player. Like, I did a tactics video on him, or transfer talk video. At the moment, though, Alexis Sanchez just gets levered down again.
And
He's
Pereira.
Absolutely livid.
Pereira's gone to his face as well.
Go on, McTominay.
There is some feist in this game. All Milner's
I love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, very creative player, plays on the sort of right-hand side, cuts in onto his left foot, creates, scores goals, got an unbelievable shot on him. And I think for Barcelona, because they lost out on Antoine Griezmann, they wanted to get this wide attacker. They've kind of already got someone that plays on the right and Ousmane Dembele, which is frustrating because I prefer Dembele on the right than the left. Now they're getting Malcolm, there's another right winger there when they need a left side. Anyway, half-time, guys.
That's half-time.
Manchester United 1, Liverpool 1 in the ICC. There's no half-time video today because me and Cam just wanted to talk some absolute rubbish.
Talk some more nonsense.
Get into the comments. What do you want us to talk about? Do you want us to talk about Logan Paul? Casey Neistat. We watched an interview before.
Did you watch that video?
Yeah, good video.
No, good video.
What do you guys want us to talk about? Can you talk about Fulham and their style of play? Could be quite nice. Who should Ajax sign in order to win that Eredivisie? Daily Blind, they've got Daily Blind, they're going to win it. Simple as that. Fulham.
All right, let's talk about Fulham for
Do you want to get the signings up? You want to Google the signings?
I will, Dave.
Fulham transfer.
Fulham.
So Fulham have obviously play a very good style under Junkovic. Is that it? Is that the correct one?
His name.
Was that the right one, Marty? The Fulham manager.
Slavica
Jokanovic. Excellent. In terms of...
We butchered that, but like, we'll roll on. That's jokes.
We'll roll on, and their signings, obviously, you know, Sarri's the big one, Andre Schürrle from Borussia Dortmund, and of course the main one, Mitrovic, who was there last season.
He's on his way.
And in terms of their style, they're a very, very good footballing team to watch, and I expect them to score a lot of goals.
I think the fact that they signed Seri is massively
it's big, you know, being linked with Barca, being linked with Arsenal, linked with Man United, linked with Chelsea.
30 million euros as well.
He's a player that's very good at turning the ball over, but also good on the ball. So he's been obviously likened to someone like N'Golo Kante, and N'Golo Kante is much better at winning the ball. Like, N'Golo Kante is unbelievable at winning the ball back. Sarri's not as good, but he's more of a ball player. So I think for Nice over the last 3 seasons, he's completely more past than any other Nice player, controls the tempo in central midfield. Perfect for Fulham, who play this quite expansive style. They play with wingers, they play with attacking fullbacks. Of course, Ryan Sessegnon, the key guy there. 18 goals was it last season in the Championship? What I love about Ryan Sessegnon, again, the Fulham style.
Another maybe a little fantasy football.
Yeah, I think he's 6.5 on fantasy football, so it could be worth getting into your team. Again, he'll be the guy scoring the goals. You know, getting in behind. His movement's really good. That's what I like about him. It's not you know, he's not like a Bale. He's not direct in terms of he's going to, you know, he can run at you. But the biggest quality for him is his movement to get in behind and then be threaded through. I've watched him a few times play left back and make the overlapping runs in behind. Real quality around Sessegnon. So Fulham are going to be a very exciting team.
Andre
like Wolves.
Schürrle, I think, is the massive one. He's a left-sided forward as well.
Yeah, left-sided forward.
You know, that's where Sessegnon's sort of playing. Yeah. What's the deal there?
I think that you could move both.
Sessegnon play back.
So Andre Schürrle played some of his best football at Bayer Leverkusen as a number 10. So he played centrally behind a striker as like a sort of second striker. So he could
line up with
maybe
Sessegnon, Schürrle, Mitrovic, and I don't know their right winger.
There's a lad that they bought that used to play for, I can't remember his name, Celtic. But yeah, it'll be that sort of system, and I like that. I think they're going to be good for them to watch next season. So that is the question there. Which team will play defensive football? I'm not sure what that's about. Is Peter Crouch the tallest player I've ever seen, Dave? Maybe, if you've not seen many tall players.
You have 50 million in the bank. Which player do you buy regardless if they are available in reality?
50 million ain't going to get you much in this day and age, right?
Bonucci?
You want a Bonucci shoes? Yeah, I'd say Bonucci could be worth it on there. Manlas is another one though going up there. Who should Dunfermline Athletic sign to get promoted? Great question, Robert.
I used to have a player called Stevie Murray who played for Kilmarnock.
So right? Sign Stevie Murray back?
No, don't, because he's gone off the rails. Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
And now he plays like semi-pro, I think, for some Glasgow team. But my dad was telling me the other day on the phone, because obviously he's Scottish, he watches a lot of Scottish football.
Allegedly.
That he scored an unbelievable goal. Like
sign him back.
Technical. This is where I was saying you never lose your like technical ability, but you do lose your pace and like obviously certain things.
Certain things are lost. So we've got other questions from Sean. Just saying here. Are you going to do a fantasy football video? Yeah, we're going to do one because a lot of people ask for it. So we're going to do it at the start of the season. We're also going to do a Premier League prediction video. That'll be coming out where we'll be looking into my last year's predictions where I said Burnley were going to struggle and fight for relegation. That was completely wrong, but I got a lot right. So don't worry about that. Moving forward.
Which three systems do you think United should stick to this season? 4-3-3, 4-2-2 and 3-5-2?
4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 and the 3-5-2.
Is the Willian £66 million bid accepted? BS.
Yes, I think it's BS. I agree, it's BS. I'd give that some transfer BS. BS bingo, as it happens on FTD.
Oh, yeah. You're saying he'll play the 10 role for Fulham, but Tom Kearney will play there.
Tom Kearney, but
so maybe
Tom Kearney can also
on the right.
Yeah, maybe we'll see that. Tom Kearney is a player that
keep an eye on.
He's the real deal.
What are your thoughts on Pereira then? We spoke a lot about Pereira, and we can. I'm happy to talk about him again.
Yeah, I'd talk about him again in the first half.
Brilliant.
So let's jump on to the One Football app.
I think what we've seen in this, while Dave gets the One Football app up, is Pereira is not afraid to have the ball at his feet.
No.
Not at all. Like he'll take people on, he'll pass it, he'll score free kicks. He's very confident, a young man, you know, and he looks like he's actually able to start.
Just getting angry. Just seeing the penalty back again. If you've not seen it, the penalty ball over the top to Salah. Tuanzebe half clears it. Demi Mitchell tries to clear it and just kicks Mo Salah. It's just so soft, man.
He kicks.
Look how much he goes down.
No. He kicks the top of his foot.
What's so annoying is
he goes down with the other side.
If it was the other way around, I'd be like defo penalty, but because it's not United, I'm like the
penalty was so tame in terms of like how he hit it with no venom. He just like passes it.
But no, Pereira, man of the match so far. Wonderful free kick. So United won a free kick about 30 yards out centre of the pitch. Whips it into the top left corner of the goal. If you're looking at the goal right side of the keeper's view, unbelievable free kick. But what I've liked about in this game, tenacity, aggression,
words,
biting people, shouting at James Milner. Really, really good stuff around just Pereira as well. At DM, he's moving a lot. That's a big quality, as we spoke before about
like
Fred.
You said, he's swapping interchangeable positions. You know, Pereira. I'll sit back, you go forward. I'll sit back. No, you go forward. You know.
And I think that's the beauty
of awareness that they have between each other when one goes forward and one to stay. That's something that Mourinho's obviously spoke to them about before.
Yeah, they're communicating on the pitch, I think.
Like integrate into like when Pogba comes back.
The lineup you're seeing here, if you imagine it, it's slightly wrong in a way where Pereira's actually behind McTominay and Herrera. So it's a little bit different. But what he's been doing so well is, like we were talking about, winning the ball back in that central area, making the interceptions. but also rolling out of pressure. You know, Liverpool press. We all know that about Klopp. Whenever he's had 2 to 3 men pressure, rolls it. And that's what's been really good. Rolls it and then plays it out to Matteo Darmian, who receives it in space, plays the ball back.
I've just seen a question about Hazard leaving for Real Madrid. Now, we got some news about that, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we saw some news today. We saw some news today that apparently he's going to be handed the captaincy by Maurizio Sarri to keep him. But we've been impressed, because we watch a lot of football at Studio 68. We've been impressed by a Chelsea player, haven't we?
Hudson-Odoi.
Callum Hudson-Odoi,
17 years old. Wonder kid, superstar in the making, just very direct, very skillful, pacey, just looks very dangerous. And he's been given the number 20 shirt, you know? That's a squad player.
And then, so that's one Chelsea player that if any Chelsea fans in the comments look out for, young, talented player. Another one as well at centre-back.
Ethan Ampadu. Or
Ampadu, Welsh centre-back. Again,
Welsh, 17,
He's got the David Luiz sort of like hairstyle.
And a nice little moustache to prove he is old enough to play football.
Yeah. Probably if you're watching, shave that off.
Keep it.
But yeah, no, he's been good. He's looked good actually.
He's played class as well.
Like, what I like about him is he's not scared of the ball.
No.
Like, he's very confident on the ball, and Sarri's going to be looking at that, being like,
ball-playing defender.
Like, I'd play you in the Premier League.
He'll play in the Cup. Him and Hudson-Odoi, I think, will start.
The worries, though, I do have for Chelsea is like the intergoal that we saw, that when they get pressed, there's an issue there. Like when have we actually got the Chelsea? We've got the Chelsea.
I believe we do.
We do have the Chelsea one, so we'll jump back onto the One Football app again. A great little application. So again, Chelsea playing the 3-4-3. The only issue is when Chelsea were playing out the back, they were getting pressed. So Spalletti's sides always press, and what we saw for the goal was, I think it was intercepted high up the pitch, and then Gagliardini. I think he won the ball, played it to Icardi. Icardi played him through. Brilliant finish. Or maybe it would have been the lad at attacking midfield, Politano. Used to play for Sassuolo. He won the ball back from a press from Inter. And that's the problem. If they do that against Huddersfield are a team that can press well. They did that against United so well. I think Chelsea will struggle this season against teams that press. Like United have pressed this game, which has been really good. Liverpool press, City press. So I think, and Arsenal are going to press. I honestly think that for me, that's the top 4.
Yeah.
I think Spurs may fall out.
I think if we keep Hazard and Kante, there's every chance we're going to get it. We've signed Jorginho in midfield, and I've been quite impressed with him when I've seen him in pre-season. You know, there's quite a few players that I think if we just sign one defender anywhere across the board, I think we've got enough centre-backs, to be honest. A wing-back on either side, I think that's okay. We've got Emerson, obviously, back up for Alonso, but you were saying you're not very impressed.
I don't like Alonso. I like Emerson. Don't like Alonso.
I was impressed by Emerson when I was at Burnley away, you know. Very direct, very like skillful player, like not afraid to take people on, and then his crosses are also pretty decent. But if we go back to some transfer news, then obviously Courtois is apparently going to Madrid. That's basically a done deal. That's what everyone's saying. Whether it is or not, we can't tell you that. But rumoured to be basically a done deal.
So the issue there is that his contract is expiring at the end of next season. So Chelsea, this is the last time Chelsea can cash in a way, because teams will be like, meh.
The amount of he's just awful. He seems quite a toxic player.
So there's reports allegedly he was the guy in the dressing room when Mourinho was manager that turned everyone. He was the guy causing the trouble.
He seems very toxic. So I'm okay. Get out of our club.
So Pickford is the guy, right?
The thing is, we won't confirm the deal or sell him until we get someone coming back. So the person we're going to be coming back is Jordan Pickford.
Very interesting.
That sounds so much like school.
Jordan Pickford. Just saw a comment on for Spurs. So Spurs, what do they need to add this season, Dave? Bearing in mind, Lucas Moura is like a new signing. I agree. Lucas Moura's looked really good in pre-season. Scored a good goal against Roma, I think it was. Lovely shot from outside the area. Great goal. But what I think Spurs need, I would want a ball-playing central midfielder. I like Dembele. I think Dembele's gone through this whole cycle of overrated, and all that crap. And he's a good player, but if I were to improve the squad, that's the position I would improve. I like Harry Winks. I really like Harry Winks. Of course, injured. I think he was injured for a lot of last season.
He's been injured for a lot of last season.
That's who I'd buy. Well. I'd buy a ball-playing central midfielder for Spurs to allow them to break down teams that may be a little bit more aggressive or a little bit more sitting off in a way. Like the interesting side about Dembele, had a great game away at Juve, Spurs dominated, had a very poor game at home, Spurs went out. And that's the consistency that if Spurs want to go far in the Champions League or this season, because it's going to be so competitive, I think that's the position that I would recruit that defensive midfield area, sitting next to Wanyama and Eric Dyer, that's what I go for.
I'd say he could play there if you needed to, but I think Dembele's a brilliant. I hate to say this, but I think he's brilliant.
No, I like him. I think he's a good player, but I think that's the position that I would upgrade. And someone like before William Carvalho obviously went to Real Betis, could have been a guy, a little bit maybe slow for Pochettino, but quite good at controlling the tempo of football. But yeah, keep getting into the comments, guys.
I think something that I'm quite impressed with is the signings that West Ham have made. They look like they're really going for it this season. And
could go either way.
Well.
That really could go either way.
I think watching him against Ipswich, Felipe Anderson looks quite
he's a very, very good player. So Felipe Anderson has always been a very good player. His issues at Lazio have been his fitness. So he's had basically, I think he's had 2 really good half of the seasons that have been like 2 years apart. And the last second half of the season was really good. But then you've got for Lazio, like whenever I watch Lazio, it's not about him, it's about Immobile, it's about Milinkovic-Savic, it's about Luis Alberto, ex-Liverpool. They're the guys that I'm looking at and being like, these are Stefan David, who's now joined Inter Milan. The guys that I'm like, these are the guys that, if you're looking at a club coming in, they're the people you pick up. And of course,
Yarmolenko, they've also signed.
Again, Yarmolenko, I'm not a massive fan of him.
No?
Like, he's good, he's technically gifted, he's skillful, he's a very smart player. I watched Dortmund versus Augsburg from last season because I was doing the Philip Max. I always get confused between those two. One of them's an attacker, one of them's a wing back. But I was watching the wing back, and basically Yarmolenko scored like a back heel from a corner. It's an unbelievable bit of skill, but consistency-wise, I don't think he's good enough for Dortmund. So for that signing for, of course, someone like West Ham, is he going to be that good? Obviously got Arnautovic, who's bagging for fun in pre-season. Someone, if you want to get fantasy football, get out. I kind of need to go to the toilet before the second half kicks off.
So do I, but I'll stay here and then
we'll do a little dual change. So you answer the questions, guys.
Dave.
Yeah.
I'm now Dave.
Yeah.
So I'll go into the middle a little bit.
Talk the guys through the team news. Go on at the app.
Say
what's going down.
I'll talk through.
Say it again.
So basically,
play the press one football button as well on the thing.
Don't know what he's. Okay. So someone asked to Dave, do you think Gomes will ever live up to his height? You doubt him because of his height. So I've seen Gomes play a few times, and also speak to his sister a bit because she's at my university. I think Gomes will live up to his height. I think he's quite a very skillful, tricky winger, but he likes to be played in the middle. So I think if you watch him, he'll start playing more in the middle, and he already does. But like his technical ability, like his feet, his like quickness, is just his awareness, like his passing ability. If he can improve like just a little bit more in there, you'll just see like a world-class player he'll turn into. I think he's got all the like potential that you need. And Abdul's giving me a thumbs up there. I rate the kid. I think he's class. Like you see Lionel Messi, he's got the build of Lionel Messi, as in like he's small, but he's like also strong. Like if he puts a bit of work in the gym, you never see him. You've got like Tahith Chong as well, United looking forward to, Mason Greenwood. Like the Man United youth is pretty big. Like people need to like trust it, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Anything else? Don't spew, Cam. Hello. Does it look like I'm spewing? But yeah, so the team news as Sir David comes back. You've got Lee Grant in goal, then a back three of Fosu-Mensah, Bailly and Tuanzebe, and Herrera and McTominay and Pereira in the midfield three, along with Demi Mitchell and Darmian as like the wing backs.
Move over now, bro. Lovely stuff.
And then Mata and Sanchez up front, and then into Liverpool, the 4-3-3.
Gabarra, how do you say the goalkeeper? You nailed that.
I said absolutely.
Grabara, Camacho, Van Dijk, Clavan, Moreno. Midfield three of course, Fabinho. Holding in midfield, who's been relatively quiet, James Milner, Adam Lallana, who's been very good, Sadio Mane, Solanke, and of course Mohamed Salah. And we are about to kick off in the second half. Man United won, and we have kicked off. Liverpool won in the ICC Trophy, live from the Michigan Stadium. Lovely stuff. Again, shout out to anyone's there. Obviously, you're probably watching the live streams and all that type of stuff. Keep getting into the comments, guys. Keep smashing that like button into oblivion. Apparently, Lee Grant has gone off at half-time. And, of course, Nathaniel Phillips has come on for Liverpool. Interesting stuff. Joel Pereira, this is confirmed on MUTV. That's where we're watching the game, guys at MUTV Legends. Joel Pereira has come on for Lee Grant. So, lovely stuff there. Man United won, Liverpool won. Have you been enjoying the pre-season so far? Again, I've just liked the sort of chilled atmosphere of a pre-season game. You know, it's calm, it's collective. I like celebrating United goals still, even if it's in pre-season. But yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. Dave has just... no, we're not going to read that one out. Let's retract that comment. Matteo Darmian Italian with a lot of decent emojis. Do you think Lukaku and Pogba should be on the pitch? They are having a break. They need a break. Again, when you look at professional sportsmen, the fatigue at the end of the season and with a World Cup, they need time off. Seeing Jess Lingard, Marcus Rashford all chilling with Paul Pogba and that. They need that to be fresh for pre-season, for the season ahead. You know, it's going to be a good season for United. I'm feeling confident. Man United again playing a 3-5-2, looking very, very good. Eric Bailly, especially in the middle of this back three, looking real tasty. Again, if you've not seen the teams, minus Lee Grant being taken off by Joel Pereira.
Coming on
in the second half. Lovely stuff. We're all set for the second half, guys. Are you enjoying it?
Don't forget to share the video. You know, more people you get into the stream, the more likely it is that it's going to get 1,000 likes. And then the more likely it is that you're going to win a shirt of your choice.
Maths again. We hit 1,000 likes.
Also, don't forget to like the video. And I'm sure if you tweet us or quote retweet the tweet or share the stream and tag Dave in it, you might get a cheeky little retweet. You know, if that's what you want.
Yeah, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Let's get it out again.
A nice little warm bit of beer Moretti.
Yeah, we do want a cold one. We can always get that. You know, we've got great services here at Studio 68. Lovely, lovely stuff there. Liverpool on the attack. Right-hand side of the pitch, out comes Axel Tuanzebe, who is impressed. Again, I've really enjoyed Fosu-Mensah, Bay, and of course Tuanzebe together in this back three. They've looked really, really good.
Back three have looked very solid.
Interesting. Virgil van Dijk into the United's final third there. Very aggressive. Left-hand side, Moreno. Out comes Matteo Darmian. Lays it off to Virgil van Dijk.
To the young fullback. He's got a long name. Can't read that.
Nice little... Got McTominay. United on the counter-attack.
That's the only thing. If you're...
Oh, ref!
That's a yellow.
So I think in terms of players that have impressed me in pre-season, in the games we've watched, I think Andres Pereira, standout performer again, the wonderful free kick today. Second, Alexis Sanchez. Tuanzebe's been very good, but I think Alexis Sanchez has shown this like extra yard that he didn't sort of show last season. That, you know, again being with United for a bit longer.
Yeah, we discussed this off camera quite a lot in the studio, Marty included. Like Sanchez is just something that United fans should be excited about, especially with his performances so far in the ICC.
Jacob's just asked my opinions on fractional reserve lending, so I'm going to Google that and I'm going to give you my opinions on that. How does it work? Yeah, probably far too complicated for the stream right now, but I enjoy it. Let's say I like finance. I did a little bit of finance in of course, university. Shout out to university. It was a fun time. Lots of Smashman Dave moments at university. Great times ahead. What was your best time in your life? University, school, right now, work? Cameron's best time is right now. He loves it.
University, you know, now. Which is basically university.
Yeah, you're still living the dream.
You know, living the Sunday League dream.
Yeah, that's exactly what
That is me. What about you, Dave? Out injured still?
Yeah, I'm
Dave always
retired.
chats absolute nonsense to me, saying, Cameron, you better watch it when I'm back and ready. This will be in like 4 years' time because he's got a dodgy knee.
When I get a knee replacement,
you know,
get a plastic
he's like, you better watch out because, you know, I'll be there. I'll be showing you how to play football. And
hunting you down.
Dave won't be anywhere near me on the football pitch.
Okay.
I'll break his other leg, you know. Not even with any contact, he'll just be falling over. I'm too quick for him.
Your opinions on Mark Van Bommel as PSG manager? That's interesting. That must have been a new appointment, I do believe. It could be good. Mark Van Bommel's obviously worked under a lot of top coaches in his time as a player, worked for a number of different clubs and so forth. So yeah, I think the Dutch League always seems to have these good little appointments. Yeah. Is he definitely just joined? Let's double check that to make sure we don't look stupid. Maybe I am stupid. I do believe he's just joined. Yeah, so Philip Cocu has just left. So Mark Van Bommel, yeah, interesting move. I like that. Mark Van Bommel, I think he's a smart footballer, so should be a smart coach. But Philip Cocu did some real good stuff at PSV.
Who's one player that you've sold in the post-Fergie era that you would re-sign to start?
It's upsetting because a player that I'd like to buy back wouldn't start, and Shinji Kagawa, but
Oh.
Like, he was so good at Dortmund and just good under Fergie, and then it just fell apart. Memphis Depay would be an interesting one, but again, Mourinho ain't going to work with that. So, yeah, I don't know if there's that many players I'd rebuy. I think there's a lot of players that have been sold that have not quite hit the standards at Manchester United.
Yeah.
I think that's the fact. Like, Mourinho is a winner. He knows kind of what he wants in a player, and if they don't hear those characteristics, then maybe they're not the right players at the moment for United. Memphis, though, of course, fantastic for Lyon this season, so he'd probably be the guy. Liverpool winning the ball back in the United final third. In goes Ander Herrera. Ball comes back out to Liverpool. Work it wide to the right back, who's been good going forward. Demi Mitchell standing him in the penalty area. On the outside, shot comes in, well held by Joel Pereira. And United starting a little bit slowly in this half. Come on, the boys. Sort this out. Paul Scholes or Paul Pogba? Paul Scholes, but Paul Pogba could hit those levels. I'm just saying Paul Scholes because he was really good. Excuse me? Keep those rubbish ideas to yourself, Cameron. No one wants to hear your rubbish about Frank Lampard being better than Paul Scholes, because we all know that is absolute horse. Paul Scholes is one of my favourite players to have ever watched at Old Trafford. You know, in his glory days as a deep line playmaker. Jesus, that was beautiful. So good at switching the play. Like, looking at the stats of that, Paul Scholes was hitting something like 12 long passes per game in the Premier League as a defensive midfielder. You look at the records since he retired, nobody's getting anywhere near that ability to switch the play, and that's why United was so good switching from one flank to the other. And in a way, that was Fergie's football. Play with wingers, switch it to one side, attack with a fullback. Doesn't work. Back through midfield, switch it out again. Paul Scholes, does he have it? He's going to fire the feet into Tevez, into Rooney. It's just so good. Just thinking about it just makes me happy. Happy man. But guys, keep getting into the comments. Could you do a lineup video similar to Spurs, similar to Chelsea's on Spurs and United? We've got some in the pipeline, so we'll be getting them out. We've got some for the Champions League as well, so stay tuned to that. Like Atletico Madrid, Thomas Lemar on one wing, and of course Gelson Martins on the other wing. That's what I want to see. I'm excited to see Atletico this season. Would you take Zidane as Jose's replacement in a few years? I love Zidane. Is probably my favourite manager at the moment with Nagelsmann. Just because of his tactical flexibility with that, diamond, the 4-4-2, the 4-3-3. But to be quite honest with you, he's going to be Juve manager. Just you'll see it. By Jan, Zidane is going to be in charge. You could even see a pact behind the scenes between Ronaldo and Zidane. I'm going to go to Juve, you come to Juve, because at the moment Zidane is in a sort of an advisor role in a way. So it is an interesting stage, but I do think Allegri is going to get the boot by maybe December. Zidane will come in and probably win the Champions League for Juve. That is exactly what's going to happen there. Keep getting your comments in, guys. Different players, but Lampard a bit flappy with the number of goals. He just scored so many goals there. I don't know if the luck was involved. It was almost... Stop Lampard. It. None of that rubbish in it. That needs to make...
First to be sold, Rojo, Smalling or Jones?
I think Rojo, with the reports today that Wolves are interested in Jorge Mendes building that, sort of Portuguese club in the Midlands.
What are your thoughts on James Milner then, obviously coming back into the limelight in this Klopp Liverpool team?
He's been brilliant. Really good.
He's, at City, just sort of faded.
But then
comes to Liverpool and now he's like a main man, maybe one of the first on the...
But he wasn't the first season. He's only been last season when he back to central midfield that he's been really good. Because playing left back he was good, but not great. In the Champions League last season,
what is it that makes managers think, I'm going to change it to a wing back from centre? Because a lot of centre mids can also play wing, like left back, right back.
Because it's a position now in European football where you get a lot of touches on the ball. So the space is almost at fullback in the possession in the build-up stage. That's why we're seeing the rise of players like Joshua Kimmich that used to play defensive midfield but now play fullback because they get a lot of the ball and they need to be comfortable in possession. That's the idea, that centre mids kind of can also play fullback. Like if I've got a kid now who's my son who's just starting to play football and my daughter just starting to play football, I'd almost be like, play fullback.
Right.
Because it's a really I find it a really interesting position at the moment.
Play Cam Waters?
Like maybe. Alexis Sanchez, wide right, ball inside. Scott McTominay, little chance created for Alexis Sanchez.
Nice little grass roll.
Yeah.
What's going on with William?
There's a lot of
we covered
press.
It a bit earlier. Basically, he's got a £66 million bid that's been accepted. Now,
or bid, should we say?
We're not sure.
We don't believe it,
on the technicalities, but we don't believe this is happening. It might happen eventually. There's a lot of rumour, a lot of talk about it, but there's nothing like proper happening until you get like a nice, respectable source to give you a little bit more information. But I don't know.
I wouldn't be
need
spending that money on a 29-year-old. It's a lot of money, £66 million for a player that we don't. That's the big thing. I don't think necessarily we need a right winger. I think we need a centre half and a left back more. And that's the weird side of it, is that Willian's been linked very heavily, and he's a lovely player, but at the same time, it's kind of like one of those things where I don't think it's necessary. And that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't want to spend £66 million on a 29-year-old when I don't feel it's necessary. Like today, the centre halves have been, bar Pereira, Sanchez, the centre halves have been the best players on the pitch for United. Bay's been brilliant in the middle. Tuanzebe's looked good. Lovely little ball into the channel there, looking to get Sanchez in.
Can we win the league with Jose Mourinho and the current squad? It's a tough ask.
It's a tough ask, yeah. It's a tough ask on these players, and the consistency is the problem, because the consistency was the issue with United. Like, some weeks, some halves of football, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Second half against Crystal Palace after being 2-0 down, brilliant. Second half against Man City. The second half against Chelsea. The second half against Arsenal. Like, there was so many good performances for United, but then there was also a lot of, like, not dodgy performances, but I know it's lack consistency.
Right.
And again, like, what I would find quite interesting is if someone like Fred can step in. Hopefully, we're going to see him later on.
Might see him soon.
Yeah. So we can talk about another game with Fred. You know, this one, Roma. Fred again playing defensive midfield next to Stepanenko. Right. Cool. Anyway, Fred again.
Are we butchering that name?
No, we're doing all right. Fred in that game bags a goal. Consistency. Goal scorer, not really.
Here we go. Liverpool.
Ooh,
Tuanzebe, nice pressure on him there. May have hurt his...
I know it was Tuanzebe, right?
Yeah.
Good defending. I like that. This is why I get a little bit confused, because the defending's sort of different. But consistency-wise, Fred could add that in central midfield, and like that ability. Again, we showed you a pass map before. Fred's similar in this game, where he's playing a lot of long passes. He's playing a lot of passes to switch the plays, doing the Paul Scholes role in a way, and that's why he's an exciting player to come, and would add a consistency in United midfield.
Another foul through the back of Sanchez.
Not only that, you know, in this game again, consistently winning the ball back in the wide areas. You know, defending those wide areas and consistently doing it. And I think that's a big thing for United, is finding the likes of attacking players again in the advanced areas. One thing that we highlighted before was Fred to Tayson. In this game again, Fred to Tayson, which was an interesting trend. I think one of the goals they scored was that move. The other one was Fred playing out wide to Rakitsky, and they basically created a goal which we can visualise on the StatZone app, link in the description below.
Just a little quick recap on the game. So United are on the counter here. The ref has just gone. No more fouls on Sanchez. There's been one there, no more. Giving Sanchez a little bit of protection, you know.
Bit of cheese. So the goal that Shakhtar scored, lovely little ball out, and then it was sort of this common theme in the trend where Fred would play the left centre off in, and then he'd play forward. It was quite interesting, really, really interesting. Shout out to Under as well, another player. If United really wanted a right midfielder, I'd sign Under. Talented, young. The goal that he scored was fantastic. What a finish it was. Common trend in this game was Edin Dzeko trying to play Under through. So Edin Dzeko playing as a target man, but coming off, trying to turn and play Under through. Under's finish for this goal, top class, and a player I would sign on the right wing if I was in charge of the transfer kitty.
Just telling people that the app you are using and the app that powers the stream is StatZone, and we see Fred warming up there. Are you excited?
Fred. I'm really excited. I'm just so excited because again, like going back and watching him, like a lot of, like the weird thing I find about football, like when I speak about Fred, obviously I enjoy watching him.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know anything about him, and it's weird. Like in football media, we should know about him. Like if you work in football media and you follow United or you cover United, you should know about him.
Definitely.
And it's bad. It's so bad that people are so clueless about him. Just.
There's a pitch invader there.
But anyway, that's a reason to subscribe to me, Statman Dave. Do it. Hit that goddamn subscribe button.
Why are they not getting him? They're just walking around.
Pitch invader at the moment. He's breaking the game for us. So hopefully we'll mean Fred will warm up and be on sooner. Just want to see him in a United shirt. It was weird because as like a United fan, it was almost like we were restricted at the World Cup because we couldn't see Fred play because of course the Brazil manager was just clueless with his team selection. You're playing Gabriel Jesus ahead of someone like Firmino, even though Firmino got 10 goals and 8 assists in the Champions League, arguably the best player in the tournament for me in an attacking sense. it was really weird to not see him. It was really weird to not see Fred. The selection maybe of certain other players as well, the likes of Marquinhos not playing every single week and Miranda being in there. I like Miranda, but Marquinhos I find has really developed this season. So many dodgy decisions. Then tactically getting outclassed by someone like Roberto Martinez, you know you've been mugged off.
Something that I just want to spark a little debate about now is obviously MLS. Like American football fans used to get the mick taken out of them with the songs and the chant choices and stuff like that, but it's becoming a big thing over there now, isn't it? Like culture-wise, like football,
it's good,
or soccer,
really
as they
good, man.
call
Really
it.
good.
It's becoming like a big thing, and like I'd love to go out there and like see it.
Yeah, well, the one that was recent, that was this weekend,
Because
was the LA
there.
Derby. Did you see any of the LA Derby stuff? So
No.
like the. Another tasty challenge coming from James Milner.
Kick the ball away
book him there, lad. Absolutely book him. But yeah, the LA Derby. I've just googled it and it's got an LA Derby Dolls. Weird. But yeah, the Galaxy, of course, setting up against LAFC, and it was 2-2 yesterday. And again, you've got the likes of Carlos Vela playing there, who was at the World Cup. Ibrahimovic, of course, was playing as well. And the atmosphere was really good. There was a moment where they like flipped to the fans pre-game. I think one of the MUTV guys, Stuart Gardner, was there, one of the real top lad over there. He was there and he filmed it with his phone. It looked like it was absolutely bouncing. United, free kick, ball in. Oh, if Sanchez brings that under, it is goal time. Ander Herrera whipping the ball in from the right-hand side. Again, Sanchez looking fresh as a daisy.
LA Derby was very good indeed, Mike S.
And I like that. Like you're saying about the MLS,
it's becoming like a more, not like a joke league, it's becoming more respected and like...
Well, you saw, is that Alfonso going to Bayern? From the Canadian fella.
Yeah.
And again, that's something that the league is improving, a player that's come through. I don't know if it was Alfonso, maybe an Alfonso.
Crossing deep.
Defended off the line by Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Good defending there. But again, like I think
like brothers.
The MLS is never going to be where the rest of the leagues are in Europe unless they scrap the goddamn draft system. Sorry. Going to say it. I don't like the draft system in football. I think it.
Nice cold beverage.
I love it in the likes of NHL. I love it in the likes of NFL.
NHL is unbelievable.
But they're sports that are geared towards it. Like the whole college system is set up. Whereas I feel with football or soccer, having a club community, like a, your sort of lovely academy side is best for the MLS, and I think they'll start to improve players. Like there's games of Football Manager that have been reported on, that people have been basically playing, that US basically turned into an absolute dominant powerhouse.
But anyway, we've got another donation.
Super chat, lovely stuff. Your club signs footballers, mine signs cheese room staff. Spurs, hashtag Spurs. Shout out to Jamie. Cheers for the super chat, you absolute legend. But yeah, Spurs.
Who have they just put in their backroom staff then? Let me have a little check and we'll have a nice little talk.
Yeah, well, let's also maybe think of some players that Spurs could sign at defensive midfield, because I think that was the area we were looking at to maybe for Spurs to come in for. Of course, if I was Spurs, I would have bought Naby Keita. Naby Keita would have been perfect for Pochettino. That would have been so good. I was about to say that would have been so hot, but it would have been so good, let's say. Naby Keita, wonderful player in central midfield. Trying to see some other players that I think that would be good for Spurs to sort of control the tempo of a game. Again, you've got to look at the talented players. Again, for Spurs, they like those sort of young, hungry footballers. There's a load of changes going down now in the game. Liverpool making about 25 substitutions. The kids are coming on from Liverpool. Daniel Sturridge
getting the armband.
False 9. Hashtag false 9. Get in there. So, in terms of Spurs, central midfield, who are we going to go for? Got to get some maybe defensive midfielder in there.
Ledley King.
What was the fella from Lyon? Ndombele. Could be the guy. Talented central midfielder. Maybe he's the guy for Spurs. They bring him in there, young, decent on the ball. Someone like maybe a Brozovic, a Thiago Alcantara, Kovacic. That's it. Get Kovacic. Spurs Kovacic, because his ability to dribble out. It'd be maybe a little bit too much like Dembele, though, is the only problem there. But could be some good signings going down in the world of football. Maybe I'd go with Brozovic as number one. Pjanic would be exciting as well. Ball over the top for Liverpool. Good.
Defended, held up well. It's in. It's 2-1 to Liverpool, Dave. How do you feel? Shaqiri, the man's come on, linking up with Daniel Sturridge, those two. Nice little substitution. Quick little fresh legs, Is that what United need to do?
Maybe. Maybe time for some subs. That was upsetting.
I mean, that was.
Enjoying this game.
I thought the defending was quite well until the hold up. He was backing into him, you know.
Julian Weigl. Oh, that's a shout in the comments. Frankie de Jong, great shout as well. Good stuff in the comments. But yeah, it's a goal.
Shaqiri looking very strong there. Just a nice little pass through three people.
Yeah, it's a good finish from Sturridge, to be fair. Edge of the area. Good play from Shaqiri. Credit. Joel Pereira slightly unsighted. But it's that ball over the top that's kind of causing United's back three a bit of an issue. We need to run with these, sort of go with these runners. Lucas Tostar is a better option. Fair play, yet another good midfielder. Just a guy.
These Liverpool players look sharp. They are up for it here. I think Shaqiri looks very good.
He looks like potentially he's gone back to the Bayern Munich and lost Bayern Munich days where he's lost a bit of weight. Dave, Martial's probably going to go to PSG. Would be interesting. Donny van der Beek would be quite interesting as well. Go Shaqiri. Liverpool changed all their team. They did. Can we update the score, Cameron? Come on, get on that. Let's be on the goddamn streaming stuff. Can't rave about yourself and not nail it. You know what I mean? Hashtag. Let's do this.
Hashtag what?
Storage, that's good.
Yeah, that's it.
Fred should enter.
Storage linking up.
Question coming in here, Dave. Dave, should we go for Pulisic? So
we've got a little bit of news about Pulisic.
The Bild, the German paper that sometimes gets Dortmund news spot on, like of course the Mario Götze move. So they're saying
that Christian Pulisic is on the market. You know, if you want him, you can go again.
Available.
Dortmund to sell the player this summer if a club offers more than 70 million euros.
So Chelsea have been linked. Liverpool are interested.
That's a top target apparently for Chelsea. You know, someone that Sarri thinks would suit his Sarri ball football. And then, but Liverpool are also interested, and obviously he wants him to be at United. What are your thoughts? United go for him or just?
Yeah, no, I think he's a wonderful player. There was one of the games that comes to mind.
We talked about the MLS earlier. Nice, a talented American.
Yeah, again, like one of the best young stars that's ever been produced by America. Very, very, very good player. I'm going to see if I can get to this, Cam. You just give us 2 seconds.
I'll give you 2 seconds.
There's a game. This is the weird thing about my life. You can be like, Christian Pulisic, and I'll be like, I watch this game.
Pulisic is one of Chelsea's top targets, you know. And if you want to know more about Chelsea and how they're going to line up this season, if you click on this I button around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Go and check it out. It's a very good interview. Very good video, you know. Very tactically, you just learn a lot, you know.
You learn some goals.
I know a lot about football, but tactical. This man can tell me a lot more, and it's very exciting. So just go and check that out after this video. You will enjoy, but don't forget to vote in the poll as well. You know, get involved.
Get involved, exactly.
Like the video.
In terms of Christian Pulisic, we'll do some proper analysis because that's what we do on this channel. We don't just talk absolute horse crap. So, the Borussia Dortmund against Monaco. This was the season, of course, where Monaco had one of my favourite teams of all time. Falcao, Mbappe, Fabinho, João Moutinho, and other players in there, Bernardo Silva, Lemar. Right, so Dortmund setting up with pretty much a 3-4-1-2, very attacking system. The interesting side about that was you can see the 2 goals in the first half for Monaco. They were 2-0 up at half time. Then at half time, who was brought in? Yes, of course, it was the main man, Christian Pulisic, and he absolutely changed the game. I can't tell you enough. So there was no penetration from the Dortmund team. They had a lot of possession, no penetration. Pulisic comes on, beats players, drives from that right-hand side, and it was such a good display from him. Again, he was 18 years old when he did this. 18 years old. I love him. I think he's really good, wonderful in the dribble, technical, can go on either side. He's going to create those chances in the penalty area. And it's just one of those games where I was like, you know, from watching this player.
Do you have to adapt much though when you come over from German football? Because when I used to live in Germany, like the football they play from a young age is pass. I know that it's physical in all big leagues, but I mean, like the Prem is quite a physical league.
It is,
not as physical as the Championship, obviously, but like it's still up there.
Yeah, but again, Christian Pulisic in this game played as a right wing back. So basically, it was a 3-4-1-2, and Pulisic came on at right wing back. 2 out of 3 tackles won, those 3 dribbles. And I think like it was just so important in the goals. I'm trying to think about maybe there was a goal that he was involved in, but I can't. Yeah, so I think this one was switching it to the right and then popping it to the left. I think he was involved on that right hand side. Kylian Mbappe scored an absolute wonderful goal, and again I think he was involved in the Shinji Kagawa goal as well. And it's like that was the game where I was like, Christian Pulisic is a talent. Champions League. He's a real talent. That's where I consider when players really come to that next level is Champions League. That's the pinnacle of world football. And if you do it in the Champions League, like Christian Pulisic changing this game in the second half, Dortmund won that half 2-1.
All over the top again. United look awful when the ball goes over the top. Nice back post. No,
they're a little bit susceptible to those
Liverpool
balls
seems
over
to
the
be
top.
quite on top at the moment as well. If you want a little update, since the subs and all the changes, Liverpool look a lot fresher. They look faster on the ball, sharper. I think United legs are getting quite tired, which is obviously the thing for pre-season. But here we are. There's some more substitutes here. Is it United?
I've already just seen it in the comments.
There's the number 8.
We want it. Number 17 coming on. Fred.
There he is. There he is. He's about to come on.
We're seeing Manchester United's first ever appearance for Fred. Lovely stuff. Here he comes.
Here we go.
And Chong,
for
the two players I wanted to see, Chong and Fred. Man United potentially switching their system up. Moves from Mourinho. Guys, Fred is on. Smash that goddamn like button. That is a reason to like this.
Let's go up to
video.
400 likes for the Fred debut, you know, and then another 100 and you get a handshake. Will it be penalty drama again?
I hope so.
On the Statman Dave YouTube channel. Who knows? Let's get this party started. Come on! I hate both teams that are playing right now, but you've got to get into it, haven't you?
Yeah.
As Liverpool break into the box with an awful cross.
Decent defending near post by the main man, Fosu-Mensah. Fred dropping into almost looks like right central midfield. Chong looks like he's playing left wing back.
He's gone into the... Oh, it's a nice ball.
Back post, header, not back. Decent defending from the main man.
He's got to head that towards goal there.
Eric Bay, go on, Chong.
Oh, Chong's on. Oh, he's done him already. I can see it. Oh, you know, I'm not a fan of United or Liverpool, but what I am a fan of is youth players, and that's what we're seeing now. You know, exciting youth players. You know, someone was saying earlier when you went for a wee.
Yeah.
Will Gomes live up to his potential?
He should do. Like, he just needs.
He was saying, or she, because of his height and stuff, he doesn't think, oh my God, is that another penalty?
It is.
It's another penalty. Penalty drama is here already. I've jinxed it. Andy Robertson getting there. The ball gets cut back. Andy Robertson comes in, about to hit it.
Come on, man. That's so soft. That is not a penalty at all.
Oh, Pereira kicks the ball in frustration. He's explaining, if he puts his foot there, it's not a penalty. No.
Come on, man. He's tripped himself up. That's 2 penalties for Liverpool today. They've been absolutely horse crap.
Who's going to take it?
Daniel Sturridge, probably. No. Number 24.
64, is it not? Can you explain how that's a penalty, Dave? Obviously not, so I'll explain.
Shocked.
Is that Ojo taking it?
That's 2 penalties that have been so soft in this game. Like, so soft.
Someone said it's a Scouse ref.
Go on, Joel Pereira. Go on, lad. We've seen you take penalties before this week. Look at this run up.
The mind games didn't work.
3-2 Liverpool.
3-1. 3. You wish it was 3-2.
Liverpool. Yeah. Sad times. Sad times.
You know, I'll change that, and maybe we can get the score changed as well.
Yeah, the sad times in. Yeah, it's been I enjoyed Andres Pereira in the first half. I thought he played really, really well. There's been positives of the game, but ultimately, it's frustrating.
You can't, like we say, and if you saw Stephen Alson's tweet, you can't go and read too much into pre-season.
No, you can't. You know, what the Louis van Gaal's first year, we beat Barcelona, we beat Real Madrid, playing unbelievable football.
Touchy football.
And that died a death. And Mourinho's just chilling now, just being like,
and that died a death.
Well, need some dollar, guys. Need some dollar. Sort us out a few pounds for the transfer market. That'll sort us all out there.
It was Ojo that scored, wasn't it? You know, the Liverpool youngster.
A talented player, in fact, apparently. But anyway, it's time for it's time for the party now. Get your questions in, guys. So let's get some more goals as well. Sanchez, lovely little fade and line in his hair as well. Shout out to the fades.
Don't forget to like the video, guys, and get involved using the I button up here.
I button. Who's going to finish higher in the Premier League? Man United or Liverpool? Get voting, guys.
Obviously, Liverpool winning 3-1 now, but how much do you think that matters to the actual Premier League season? Someone goes down there.
The ref has bottled this game. He's like, in central midfield, he's let everything go. Yet in the penalty area, he's like, sorry, you've touched him, sir. You have been yellow carded. Be consistent. Be consistent round the pitch. If you let it go there, you let it go in the penalty area.
Sorry, you've touched him, sir.
Unbelievable. Oh, God. I just want to see a bit of Chong on the run. Herrera's frustrated. Very frustrated. Liverpool United fans complaining about soft penalties to Liverpool. United are the masters. In fact, Liverpool are the masters. They've won more penalties than any other team in Premier League history. But
you know, maybe it's time for Tahith Chong to sign. You know, here we go. Sanchez in the middle.
Go on.
Takes it past one. He needs to get a shot off.
Oh, was that a block?
Was that a block?
I think Sanchez doing some good work. Sanchez very, very impressive in pre-season so
He
far.
has been, hasn't he?
John Adams so bitter. We're only having a bit of a laugh. It's in pre-season, so there's no real heart here. Oh, what a block that was there. Phillips, a top block there.
I'm the impartiality.
Youngster.
Andres Pereira, get in the box, Frederick.
Oh, we've got another little super, have we?
Supercharge. What do you think LTFC's starting 11 will be? I'm guessing he means Leicester City Football Club.
Okay, we'll jump on that. Give us a little bit of time. We'll drop over to Leicester City.
Like the goddamn video. Let's get it to 400 likes, guys. To 774 if you're watching right now.
Let's do it.
We are enjoying the audience. We like to engage. You know, if you've got any questions, get them in there. We'll try and read them. If you want a super chat, and we'll definitely see them. You know, that's how it works.
In terms of Leicester City signings, I think they've made some really good signings. Johnny Evans, fantastic centre half. What,
Man United legend.
€4 million, it says here on Transfermarkt. About 3 million quid. You've got the likes of Danny Ward coming in from Liverpool, Ricardo Pereira, one of the best attacking right backs in Portugal last season, and of course James Maddison. I think James Maddison's going to be in there because I think he's a star in the making, maybe at attacking midfield. Pereira's going to come in at right back. I think Evans will maybe partner someone like Wes Morgan if Maguire goes, as of course a centre half. We'll jump into the Leicester City's full squad to check out other players in there. So Kasper Schmeichel in goal if he stays. I think we're going to go for a back four at the moment with Maguire. Going to be Pereira at right back. We're going to go Maguire, Evans at left back. Probably Ben Chigwell, but he got an injury at the moment. So Ben Chigwell number 1. Into midfield, Wilfred Ndidi. I love Wilfred Ndidi. What a winner. Victor Iborra, maybe 2 central midfielders together. But you've got likes of Andre Silva in there as well. So I'm going to throw in. I'm going to go for a midfield three. Maddison at the tip. I'm going to go with Ndidi and Iborra. Then I'm going to go Damari Gray on the left wing. Jamie Vardy as a striker. Maybe Ahmed Musa after his World Cup.
I think Vardy will have another brilliant season.
Yeah, I think Jamie Vardy's going to be good. Maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe Maddison on the right wing. We're going to go for a front two of Iheanacho, Jamie Vardy, who had a really good understanding back end of the season. Yeah. Left wing, Damari Gray. That's it. 4-4-2, the Leicester City way. That's how they won the Premier League.
And where do you think, Dave, that they're going to finish? Top half, bottom half, mid-table?
Good question. Leicester City.
I think they might come
8th.
Creeping in there.
Yeah, 8th or 9th. Top 10. Top 10 finish, which is going to be absolutely cool.
Who do you think will finish in the Europa League positions? Now, we don't want to delve too much into predictions, but we'll
Why is that, Cameron? Because we're going to be doing a video, right?
A video coming out shortly, but one European
Liverpool
spot.
in again, right-hand side of the pitch. Chong coming back.
With the pace.
Good defending there from Chong, lad. Brilliant tracking back.
Give us one Europa League. Just give the people what they want.
Chelsea.
Okay. We're going to win the league. You've heard it here first on the Statman Dave YouTube channel. Come back to it when we've won the league.
That's why we're never going to give Cam's Twitter account ever out here. But if you want to subscribe to him, link in the description below as well. Subscribe to Cam, but don't follow him on Twitter. That is what we're going to go by.
We are just 500 and a bit likes off of a football shirt.
Oh, we are 586. Good maths. That's why you did maths at uni, right?
I do not do maths at uni.
If you're just joining us though, today Liverpool 3, Man United 1. 2 soft penalties for Liverpool. A goal and a plate. A fantastic free kick from Andres Pereira, sorry.
Be interesting.
Goalkeeper free kick. But we've had a little bit of brightness from Sanchez. Liverpool have looked good. They made a lot of changes. Sakiri with a real good combination play with Daniel Sturridge, who, from all reports, Daniel Sturridge is having a really good pre-season. There's reports that he's like becoming this false 9. Of course, Firmino is the guy that will play false 9 for them. You know what a false 9 it is. One of my favourite players.
Oh, it looks like Angel Gomes is coming on.
Angel Gomes.
Does he get the captaincy?
Give him the captaincy. Give him to the end of the season.
He's going to have to go give it along to Sanchez, isn't he? Or unless Sanchez is coming on. Williams on. And Herrera off.
Abdul's boy. Williams coming on. Buna's coming on as well. A lovely little bit of
Look at him.
Angel
He's
Gomes.
Massive.
I just love like Angel Gomes as a technician, as a player. Like for me,
this is what I was saying when you're going for a wee. I think his technical ability is ridiculous. He's like quick feet,
he's so
fast.
Yeah.
The ability to read the game, his awareness, his passing ability. He's just a solid player.
Yeah, his decision making was something that really impressed me as well, and his passing range is a joke. Like it's
Sanchez off. That means Mata. No, it looks like you changed formation.
Yeah, so it'll be going to. I think it's this
4-2-3-1.
Potentially, yeah. We'll see how it evolves. But Angel Gomes, whenever I've watched him, he's played as a number 10, and I really like him in that position because it gives him that freedom to drop in central midfield.
As well. People see him as a winger, but he much prefers to play centre.
No, yeah. There's a video on my channel, the Scout Report. Go and check that out as well. Angel Gomes Scout Report, where I like go into the sort of the dive as him as a player. And for me, he's more like a trequartista, a three-quarters in Italian.
Gomes to play more than 4 minutes. People are happy about
woo!
that.
I'm excited now. You know, like pre-season's pre-season, right? Don't read too much into this game. And what I want to see is these young players getting a bit of game time and getting that experience and having that. You know, Mourinho will know whether they need to stay in and develop at United or potentially they go out on loan. Like for someone like Angel Gomes, I wouldn't want to see him in the Championship. Where I'd like to see him is maybe like in La Liga or in the Portuguese League. Chance for Liverpool, edge of the area, slice shot from Shaqiri. It's not even gone out for a throw-in or a goal kick. Liverpool recover, ball into the box. Joel Pereira comes out. Liverpool, big chance here.
Feeling a goal here.
Scissor kick.
I can see a goal.
Oh, God.
Shaqiri showing why he's moved from Stoke City in the Championship to Liverpool in the Premier League with a nice little bicycle kick. See you later, United. That's you finished. Sorry, David, but it's 4-1. It's 4-1, Abdul. It's 4-1, Abdul.
I was only saying, you know, I was just talking about But guys, the last time United lost 4-1 to Liverpool was in the Premier League, and then United went on to win the league. So guys, do not
also,
worry.
what's the other stat for United? Not that I care because Chelsea are winning the league, but every time United have finished second, what is it, Dave?
Yeah. So what was the stat, Marty? It was like the 5 times that United finished second in the Premier League, they've gone on to win the league the next season.
You've just got to sit back and applaud that goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal. Ronaldo's was better. Ronaldo's was better, guys. Ronaldo's was better last season.
Well done, that man.
Cameron, it's only pre-season. The governor, Bandicott, was saying that, and I agree. Yeah, it's just pre-season, guys. Just pre-season. Just pre-season. Don't worry. I'm not worried. I'm chilling. We're having a great time. Like, I'm not stressed. If this was in the season, I'd be livid. Like right now, like I would be foaming at the mouth. I'd be so angry. It'd be ridiculous.
And I'd stay the same.
Yeah, I'd be probably very angry. But Bale as well. Bale's goal against Liverpool in the Champions League was a better bicycle kick. Terry Adams doing a really funny. It's only pre-season with like a capital, like a lowercase I capital T.
Dave is good inside crying.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
When we come off the stream, Dave is crying.
Well, we're going to be going out on the national front, I think is the case, really, to bury our sorrows.
Well, drink responsibly.
Lovely ball. Yeah, of course, drink responsibly. Always be with a responsible adult.
Like myself, 20 years of age. Stay hydrated.
Gomes there picked the ball up at number 10 and tried to play Chong in on the left-hand side. Really like that.
That understanding of their movement, though, is just something you've got to
like those two, their combination play.
I wonder what their link-up play is.
Oh, it's very, very good. So what, last season, watched the under-18s,
nice
Everton versus Man United. Yes, I watch football 24/7. It's a disease I have. It's a good disease to have, though. I am addicted to football. I have football fever, as they call it.
Pulling out of that tackle there. It goes to win the ball back.
But yeah, the combination between those two, the interchange, the little passes, lovely, beautiful. Both of them are quite like pass and move players, like the United player, as I sort of call it, Jess Lingard, pass and move. And I think that's something that
Shaqiri
Chong
through again.
And Angel Gomes will do for their career. Some half decent defending from Pereira, who's again looked good, done some good stuff.
Damn, I wish I lived in England. I have to wait till I'm 21 to drink responsibly.
Yeah.
I can't go to America and drink responsibly because I'm not 21.
Okay.
That's why I stay in the UK.
Because I'm 21 and a half.
But here we are. Corner for Liverpool. Could this be 5-1? Who knows? In it comes.
Scott
Out it goes.
Good defending.
That's a good kick from the floor, isn't it?
There's loads of ha-ha-ha-ha-has going into the comments. United are the new AC Milan. Only 2 shots on target. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Woeful.
Are you upset with how you've played in the game? Because one of those shots is a free kick. That's a set piece.
I think United have looked to play on the break in a way and look to counter.
Do you think he's got it wrong tactically?
No,
I know it's only pre-season.
I think the first half, United were good, and again, it's only pre-season.
It's a good excuse.
Man doesn't need to worry about this stuff. I'm enjoying certain performances and things, and I think like the back three in the first half were really good. I think there was a little bit of issues at left wing back. I think there's been a few issues defensively in the second half. Boy, Pereira again defending, giving away free kicks, getting physical with players. I like that. I like that little fire in his belly. I'm a Liverpool fan. We won't win the league. Our squad is too small. Interesting from Mr. Harrop or Mrs. Harrop.
You've got to have faith in your own team.
Yeah, you've got to back them. Like, there's no stress really.
That is one thing you should have all the time. Faith. You got to have faith.
Interesting though. We're seeing Fred actually play on the right wing, which could be. You think in Man United. Lovely little ref. Come on, man. Like this is the thing. He's not consistent. Fred's just like put some challenges in, gets taken out. Nah, it's all right, but we'll give those penalties away. Easy. Lovely. Fred recovers the ball, and he's just given that a foul. See what I mean? I'm actually getting a bit annoyed now. Not even about the result, just the refereeing. Oh Jesus!
This is how I felt in the England-Croatia game. That is a foul.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you can't have any complaints about that. Yeah. He's just gone through the back of him, Dave.
All right, Cam, Luis Mendoza. Shout out to Luis Mendoza. Lovely to see you again on the stream.
How are you doing?
Yeah, we saw him. World Cup streams were a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Liverpool not even going to get Champions League this season from Miguel. Lovely stuff.
Remember the time that Liverpool won the Prem? Me either.
Yeah, cool. Pathetic tactics. We're not set up to counter-attack in midfield. Useless. Man United fans, it's just pre-season. Go to sleep. Liverpool are a quality side.
They do look pretty turned on, don't they?
Yeah, Liverpool fancy it.
Pereira looking a bit upset here.
Yeah, drawing some more fouls in. He's done well. I think
Pereira has stood out even though you're losing 4-1.
Yeah, massively stood out.
I think do you think Mourinho's going to...
Come on, man.
Through the back of him. That's a yellow card.
Second time within like 2 minutes that he's doing it. Where Ben Woodburn... Unbelievable. Oh, super chat time.
Super chat. Jamie again. This is his second time. Which Premier League team to go the furthest in the UCL? Loving the stream. Well, we're loving you.
Yeah, we are loving you, buddy. Keep doing that.
What you're doing.
I think you've got to look. We haven't got to look past Liverpool. I think Liverpool after last season, like Klopp seems to have a method of really turning it on away from home and that type of thing.
I think Klopp just knows European football.
He's got a style at the moment. That catches people out. I think if Mourinho gets to the latter stages, we all know what he can do. Like how dogged he becomes, how good he becomes.
I think Chelsea win the Europa League if you wanted to know about that.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are going to... It could even be an Arsenal-Chelsea final. That would be tasty.
Yeah, we'd batter them.
Unai Emery's got a good... Unai Emery for Sevilla. 1-0 down at half-time.
In January. Hello, Didier. Yeah? Do you want to come back? Score a few more goals against Arsenal, mate? Yeah, nice one. I'll come back and absolutely destroy them again. Yeah. Loves a final, does that, man?
Didier Drogba, he does. Get into the comments, guys. Man of the match, who do you think it should be? Julian Nagelsmann to come to United. Hopefully one day Julian Nagelsmann at United would be so good. I'll be very excited. Andres Pereira's been good. It's only a friendly, Marco's saying. Only a friendly. Remember that, guys. 4-1 to Liverpool.
Do not fear, because get your poll votes in the I button here.
By Andres Pereira again, breaking through central midfield. Lovely little left-right manoeuvre. Opens himself up. Oh, so what are the results?
We'll talk about it full time, but you've still got at least another 2 minutes to give it a nice little vote from the I button. Who's going to finish higher? Abdul, be quiet, please. Manchester United or Liverpool in the Premier League? Who do you think will finish higher? Nice little feat from Fred there.
Again, guys, the game. What happened in the game again? Sadio Mane opened up from the penalty spot following a little bit of soft penalty given. Andres Pereira. Been brilliant, scored a wonderful free kick to return for United. There's a lot of substitutions for Liverpool. Daniel Sturridge scoring the first one, assisted by...
Lawrence is in.
Shaqiri, friendly. Oh, shout out Cast.
Wow, that's like a... Oh, if only he was here.
Only if he was here.
Give him a hug, wouldn't you?
Yeah, be like, hi, Lawrence.
You don't understand how much he talks about you,
Yeah,
man of the match, Shaqiri.
Fair play. Well,
the bicycle kick.
Got the bicycle kick. You've got to appreciate that type of football. You've got to enjoy that. Again, only a friendly. You've got to remember that, guys.
Fair, I'd say we were man of the match.
Yeah, I think we've done some real good stuff in this game. Really
started
enjoyed
off
it.
with the sunglasses, came off with the sunglasses, and we've given you top quality content.
Yeah, it's been good content today. It's been enjoyable. Again, like United have lost or losing 4-1, but we've had a good time. You guys have had a good time too. That's why you're smashing that like button into oblivion. Lawrence, how are you? That's what Luis Mendoza wants to ask. Luis Mendoza is a good lad. Lawrence, put into the comments, how are you?
Liverpool are the best, so be quiet, David.
Excuse me, well, you don't read comments out like that from Danny Reid. That's a bit upsetting.
90th minute here, going into the 91st. What if you had to summarise the game? Do it in bits. Go on. First half, second half, full time.
I think the first half was competitive. I think the United 3-5-2 looked reasonably good. Andres Pereira was man of the match in that first half by a country mile. Sanchez looked quite fresh. But I think when Liverpool made all those changes, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 changes.
Fresh legs, basically a brand new team.
Yeah, flipped it. Where Mourinho didn't really respond. Maybe working his periodisation slightly different again. Fitness stuff. Short free kick by Shaqiri, whipped into the back post.
No chance.
Looks it's a rolls to the other side. Liverpool recover possession. But yeah, so Mourinho sticking with his 11. Liverpool looking very fresh when they came on. I think
something you also need to. What are you drinking, Dave? He's drinking beer Moretti. Drink responsibly though, Lawrence. We don't want any of that nonsense.
Lawrence is a madman on the night out. Like
drink responsibly. Am I right?
That's exactly that. Is that it? Is that full time?
That's full time, Dave. But what we do need to realise here is obviously. Liverpool players, a few went to the World Cup. Wasn't their day at the World Cup. They come back early. They've had time to integrate in the squad again.
Yeah.
They've made signings like Shaqiri comes on, scored a brilliant bicycle kick. And obviously Manchester United players, a lot more went to the World Cup, had a better World Cup, still haven't come back. Obviously saw Fred.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of like...
That is what Mourinho is annoyed at.
Yeah.
How the World Cup, I don't get like...
Again, it's
what
like
he gets annoyed at is more... that players aren't fit enough for the start of the Prem.
That's the issue, isn't it? Like the Premier League have shot themselves in the foot, closing the window early, but also starting the season like 9th of August. Like you've had a World Cup, right? Give the players enough time to come back and recover, so then you get the best product. I think there's a lot about product and attacking football and blah 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 about the Premier League, like making it this drama scene. And it's a bit frustrating that we're not seeing these players back in pre-season to play with their teammates. Again, United are going to get a lot of players back: Lukaku, Pogba, Lingard. The likes of Victor Lindelof at centre-half. There's a lot of guys that are going to come back. Marouane Fellaini, for example. They'll come back into this team and instantly improve the team. So there's nothing to really worry about in a way. Like, this is just pre-season.
Yeah.
Just pre-season. And it's the thing that United need to focus on is what system they want to play. If this 3-5-2 is where United go, cool. And I think that'll be good for Paul Pogba. That'll be good for a lot of the players. I think with the likes of Rashford back as well. Like, it's exciting. Sanchez has looked fresh. Pereira's looked like a fantastic player at defensive midfield.
So if we look into the Real Madrid game coming up soon, which we will also be live streaming.
We will be, yeah.
Where is it? Here on the Statman Dave YouTube channel?
It is, yeah. So subscribe and turn that notification bell on.
That is what you have to do. Very good plug by yourself, Dave.
Good work.
And so do you reckon we'll see a 3-5-2 and the same team, or will more World Cup players be back and maybe?
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Fred from the start. I'd like to see maybe Pereira in midfield.
Chong
with
start, or when he came on, there was a burst of energy.
Yeah, he looked quite good. The problem again for United was always about right back was the kind of issue. Whenever
but they must have a similar problem to us.
But it was almost like when the ball went to the right back with Darmian, always coming back on himself, and it's just one of these frustrating things. If you're going to play wing backs, you need to be a little bit more confident going forward. You think like Juve, for example, like a Lichtsteiner or Dani Alves, or on the other side, Alexandro. To go forward, and that's the big thing. Every single time it seemed like Pereira would roll pressure. Pereira had a wonderful game. The free kick was unbelievable. Whenever he would roll pressure and pop it out to that sort of right hand side, it always come back.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. If United do play these wing backs, do play this 3-5-2, like without someone like Dalot for the first game, it's going to be a bit of an issue. Maybe someone like Jess Lingard could come in. That's the kind of thing there. Still more. Shout out to Lawrence. You make
Mr.
some
Legend
good comments.
Why did Jose not start Fred in the first half? And then I reckon I can answer this.
Yeah, go on, Cameron. You do it. You answer.
He's just come back from the World Cup. He's only been training for the squad for like a day.
Yeah.
He's not ready. He's not fit enough. Well, he probably is. He's a professional athlete, but in terms of like getting the full 90 minutes, like pre-season hot country is America, you know.
Well, I'd rather, like with Fred as well, like, it's an ankle injury, one of those. It's like a dodgy injury to have. It's one of the joints in your body. It's
just you don't want to aggravate it too much.
No, I think that's the big thing. You don't want to aggravate it.
I reckon he might start against Real Madrid.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he does. And again, we saw a little bit of his. You know, what we saw from Fred today was his ability to pick the ball up from centre back, a little bit tenacious, X, Y, and Z. Like, we saw the good things about Fred, and I'm not I'm not concerned. Like, I'm not concerned about what's going to happen and where the team's going to develop. Again, Tuanzebe, Bay and Fosu-Mensah, I thought they played really well in terms of defensively. Like, it's an interesting side of all their games. They're all very quick, all very physical. Bay, a number of times in the area, picking the ball up and dealing with those wide areas. I thought Tuanzebe played very well in recovering with his pace and X, Y, and Z. And I honestly, I kind of enjoyed the game. And again, like, there's no pressure.
How it's a top quality competition is the ICC.
The ICC is the big one.
International Champions Cup. It's a brilliant competition.
You don't need the Premier League. You don't need anything like that when you can win the ICC.
And you know, the Liverpool players did get this party started, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. United didn't get this party started today, guys. Maybe against Real Madrid, the party will truly get started. But can you get into the comments, guys? What do you think of the game? All the penalty incidents.
We'll recap on the penalties here. So Salah gets the ball, passes it back to Mane. Mane returns it to Salah. And then Salah just turns Demi Mitchell. Demi Mitchell doesn't know where the ball is.
He looks to clear it and basically clears through Salah. And
it's just a slight little touch on his foot here, and that's it. But he goes down like he's been shot. He could easily stay up.
Like, if my team wins that penalty, I'm happy about it. Like, you're happy. It's one of those ones where
it's a brilliant penalty there, though.
Yeah, it's a good penalty from Sadio Mane. But I think the real quality came from this, of course, Andres Pereira free kick. Like, it was so good.
Yeah.
Again, some really good moves from United with Pereira leading the charge. Pereira in defensive midfield. He was playing on the wing for Valencia. He's come back this season for United and played DM. Without Matic there, again, like, Pereira is the guy that's going to step up. And if we get these performances where he's rolling pressure, he's being tenacious in the tackle, his positioning is good, he's intercepting the ball at the right time, he's fighting for it.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely loved it today. I think it was really good, and from the free kick as well. Like, United won a free kick and he whipped it in top left corner. Like,
this free kick,
you don't save it. You just don't save it.
The keeper was just stood still. He was like, I'm not getting to that.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try and make it look any better.
Exactly, and it's one of these things where if Pereira can add that to the United team, that's another aspect of his game that's really positive. Like, such a good free kick, a pinpoint free kick top corner, and for me, he's the player that's impressed me the most during the pre-season games.
Especially how I've watched them with you. You know,
that's what we've done.
But he's the Callum Hudson-Odoi of United for me.
He's the guy that's making the big impacts as well.
He's one that all the fans want to see in the new season.
Yeah, and again, like, if you didn't watch the game, there was a lot of changes from Liverpool in a way, and that's where the game really swung. And it swung in a way to sort of push it through what we spoke about before. In terms of the Daniel Sturridge goal, a very good sort of move from Liverpool, long ball up, Shaqiri running in behind. Again, that's just tactically the issue for United.
Over the top, that's where you seem a bit uncomfortable.
We saw it in the AC Milan game with Bonucci firing balls over the top. The Suso goal was that.
I think they're defending by Bayern.
The issue I have is when you play a back three.
Yeah,
like I said, about 4 or 5. You've got to track your runners, and that's the big thing about it, is that when you play a back three, you've got to track. The thing is, this is happening in pre-season.
Yeah.
If we see it, Mourinho sees
got to see it.
You deal with it. You sort that problem out. You deal with the runners, and either you go to a situation where you track the runners, which potentially you should do, or you step up. And again, it's a good sort of lesson to learn in pre-season. You've got to be dealing with these people running in behind, and I don't think that's. It's not an issue for, it's not a massive issue, but it's an issue that can be rectified quite simply, which is, again, why I'm not in a situation where it's game, set, match, you know what I mean?
So far, the Man United tour hasn't exactly been successful, has it?
No.
But are you reading too much into this as United fans? Because obviously, a lot of the comments aren't happy with the way United are playing, not happy with Mourinho. Do you think there's, like, this toxic air about United fans at the moment that just seems to be, like, spreading around the club?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. Again, like, I think it's maybe the mannerisms in certain press conferences from Mourinho. People are annoyed with that. Mourinho uses press conferences to manage people, to motivate people. I understand what he's doing. And again, pre-season is pre-season. No, the second penalty, we're just getting a replay. Under Herrera, basically.
Did he actually touch him, or I think he trips up?
It looks like he kicks his own foot and falls over. And that's what Herrera's really annoyed about. And yet, the penalty was a good penalty, but was it a penalty? Probably not. That changes the game from, a 4-1, which is slightly not embarrassing, but it's, it's a result for Liverpool, to it being nothing. But Yeah, I think the toxicness of United at the moment is a bit, it's a bit strange. I always try and watch football in a positive light because that's, you're working in football.
Yeah.
You can't go into football and be upset about stuff, right? You've just got to look at the positive side of it. And with United, I've, following United through when I was like 18, 19, I went through a stage in my life where I had nothing but United, you know what I mean? Like, I had a bar job. Literally everything I did was go and watch United. We followed them around, went Leeds away, went Europe and met a number of times with them and shit. And it's one of those things where, like, at that point in my life, United was the only thing that really gave me enjoyment, and I'm always going to remember that. So, like, I'm never going to be watching United and being like, oh, this is really rubbish, because there was that moment in my life where I was at the bottom of the bottom, and that was it.
I think,
and that really gave me enjoyment. So a United goal, I'm still going to feel that same. Even like today, that Pereira free kick, I went mad, and that's the enjoyable side.
I appreciated it.
You've got to appreciate it, and I don't think I'm not frustrated about this game today. It is what it is.
I think what this game has done for me is made me even more excited to get the Premier League started.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the Premier League is going to be so hot this season.
I think there's so much competition for the top spot.
It's going to be amazing.
Like, I know you're obviously saying Chelsea are going to struggle, but
no, I think Chelsea will blow certain teams away. Like, Chelsea are going to batter teams into submission with goals, with their possession play of X, Y, and Z. But I worry for them against teams
exciting teams, because obviously there's I'd say there's 6 or 7 teams that could push for that.
Yeah, well, that's exciting.
United,
that's so good.
Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal maybe.
We have never ever
I'm not
seen.
a fan of Arsenal and how they play, but their new manager comes in. It's what they've wanted for a while. Like, he's going to change it up a little bit. This is the make or break season for Arsenal. I think.
I think the really interesting side is that we've never seen this amount of top quality talent, this amount of good managers in the Premier League, where we're in a situation where we have the likes of Mourinho, Klopp, Guardiola, Unai Emery, Sarri, and Pochettino. Like, that's 6 managers that arguably could manage any team in world football.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Really, really amazing, guys. Really amazing.
So what do you think then, just a little recap on Liverpool's performance to talk about Man United? Do you think Liverpool fans should be excited about that?
Yeah, well, I think they should be excited about the season because of last season.
Yeah.
Like, that team that progressed through the Champions League was really exciting. It was a good, quick passing football team, really good on the break and X, Y, and Z. And it was almost like a good footballing side. And as a Liverpool fan, you should be like, wow. Like, I saw it for Borussia Dortmund under Klopp. Like, I watched a lot of the Bundesliga when Klopp was in charge, and I was excited by that team. That was probably my first team that I was like really into.
Yeah.
That wasn't United. I was like, this is the team that I'm like, wow, I want to watch them every week because they're so good. And that's what kind of think what you get from Klopp's teams is that they're attacking, they're exciting, they press, they do the popular things at the moment, and I really like it. Like, I like it, man, and you've got to accept that they're a very good footballing team, and I think that's why it's exciting for them. They did well last season, and they're going to do well next season. And there's a video coming out on my channel this week, actually.
So stay tuned.
Wednesday, we're going to do how Jurgen Klopp will set up Liverpool this season, how he's going to fit in Naby Keita, Fabinho, Firmino, Salah,
They've signed a
Mane,
lot of people, and
Alisson.
I'm pretty sure that'll be a very exciting video. Do you know what else will be a very exciting video?
Oh, yeah.
Premier League prediction on Statman Dave channel. That'll be coming out soon as well.
So if we're going to give a rough prediction before I really think about it,
just who's going to win, 3 teams going to get relegated, and then you surprise package.
Let's just do the top 6 right now.
All right.
Top 6 right now. What are you going to go with?
No, because you won't agree with me.
No, but it's not my opinion. It's your opinion, Cam. Back
Are we allowed
yourself.
to be slightly biased?
You got to think.
If I think about it a little bit,
Like, right now, so we're going to do it right now, where United haven't signed players, Chelsea haven't signed players.
we've kept
City
Hazard and we've kept Kante.
100%. And
Right.
you've still got Courtois.
Yep. You're going to laugh. Everyone's going to be like, oh,
Okay.
biased.
Chelsea going to win the league.
Chelsea win the league.
Absolute rubbish, mate.
No, honestly, like, I don't know what it is. There's just something about us, and I just feel like we're going to win it.
You've got to have belief as a football fan.
No, I'm so positive for this season. Like, if we don't win it, I think we'll come second.
Yeah.
It's one of them seasons, so I'm just going to put us first, just out of faith. So Chelsea, and I think it's going to be. It's just so difficult. Really.
It's hard. So hard.
Chelsea, City, and then it's either United or Liverpool. So I'll go United, so not everyone in the comments hurts me.
Yeah.
Chelsea, they've already hurt me because I put City in front of them. Chelsea, City, United, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, and that's it.
So you're going Chelsea first.
Yeah. City,
United, Liverpool,
Arsenal. No, Spurs, then Arsenal, maybe.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to.
No, because
Right.
So the competition is too hard.
It's so big. So I'm going to go at the moment, right now, without United signings, this is where we are. Right this second, if the Premier League starts tomorrow, what's going to happen? And the window closes. City top, United second, Liverpool third, Arsenal fourth, Spurs fifth, Chelsea sixth. Chelsea to win the Europa League and get Champions League football through the Europa League.
Do you think... No, I can't see us not finishing in the top 4. That's one thing. Like, if you're going to put us out of the top 4, I don't know. I can't see that.
Again, if we don't like my reasoning.
I don't know whether we'll win the Europa League.
Yeah,
I think we'll have a good run in it, but I can't see why people are putting us out the top 4.
Again, it's like that whole
if you're going, Europa League's different to Champions League and stuff, you've still got the fixture.
But no, but what my thinking as well is like whenever Sarri's come up against a tactician, so like when he ever plays Allegri in the Serie A, he gets beat. When he ever played Guardiola in the league, like the thing is, his footballing philosophy is so beautiful, but it's not flexible.
Do you not think he has any tactical fluidity then, where he'll change?
No, he's very much stubborn in a way. Like I'm a bit stubborn. Probably the comments of being like, Man United not going to come second in the league, whatever. But that's my opinion, and my opinion is valid because I'm doing this shit right now.
Who's winning the league?
I think City are winning the league. I think City, with their signings, are going to win the league. I think Mahrez adds a little bit something slightly different. They may evolve the side. Maybe Mahrez is a false 9. Maybe
I just think
pushing Sterling central.
Up there. I'm going to watch that documentary they've made or whatever just to see Guardiola.
You want to know that. Like again, any of the documentaries you want to watch, like Last Chance U on Netflix is so interesting. It's about community college, American football teams. Really interesting just to get involved with the personalities and dealing with the squad and dealing with the likes of your egos and X, Y, and Z. Fantastic documentary, and it gets you like thinking a little bit more about motivation and how you get the best, because at the moment in the third series the coach is an absolute SOB. Like he is a bit of a
idiot,
should we say. Like you can ring on him,
a naughty boy,
and it's one of those things where it's motivating. He motivates his players a certain way, and it's just that sort of like side of it that you don't see from football because we don't know what comes on academies and X, Y, and Z. Like it's an open thing, and that's why the City one's going to be good, why the Juve one's good.
The thing with me though is like it pains me to say, but I rate the way Pochettino sets up Spurs and they play.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't win trophies. So how much more time can you invest in Pochettino without any gain? Like it's nice playing nice football, attractive football, and everyone's like, Mourinho doesn't play nice football. But Mourinho wins. Like he wins trophies.
I think it's
Pochettino hasn't won anything.
I think the interesting side with Spurs is that the thing that I would worry about is they haven't evolved. I think every single year for your team, you've got to evolve. You have to change something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And like you had that with Son over the last 18 months. Son's come in and it's changed their attack. They've moved from a 3 to a back 4 again. But they've not really done anything in the window yet. And that's my only concern, is that there will be a situation where people will start to work out how to play them, and they haven't evolved and they haven't sort of done it down. What's the Juve documentary? I think it's called Juve, the first team or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah. It's just called Juventus, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Someone saying Liverpool first, City second, Chelsea third, Spurs fourth, United fifth, Arsenal sixth. See, this is where I was trying to, I was just thinking about it again, and I can see Spurs dropping out.
Yeah, I think,
I can see Arsenal coming in just because they've got a fresh voice in the changing room, a new tactic to play, a new style.
Well, you listen to what
about it realistically, you go Chelsea, City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs.
Yeah, and again, like what we're talking about Arsenal, how they, you already listened to someone like a Hector Bellerin who's saying everything's changed. Everything in the dressing room has changed. Like we've gone from, being a team that doesn't really have that much to do in training to we're working hard in the gym, working hard at pre-season, X, Y, and Z. Players like Hector Bellerin under Unai Emery, Hector Bellerin's his game is going to go to the next level.
Yeah.
And that's the exciting time. Mesut Ozil, his game's going to come back to that top level because you've got the 2 defensive midfielders in behind. It's like the Rakitic, Eva Benega thing at Sevilla, where you basically give a 10 freedom. And that's why it's so exciting that Mesut Ozil scored today. He's going to get a free role. Aubameyang looks like he's going to play on the left wing. Of course, he started as central striker today, but then Lacazette came on, scored twice. I think Unai Emery likes Lacazette.
Yeah.
He has a good relationship with French strikers. You think the likes of Kevin Gramero, was a central striker for Sevilla, really started scoring the goals under Emery. And it's one of these things where it's kind of, Arsenal are a very interesting proposition this season, and I think they will get into the top 4. And it's bold,
But stay tuned for the.
We all say bold stuff. I told you that Croatia were going to get to the semi-final of the World Cup. I said that before the tournament. If you back that, you'd have made a hell of a lot of money. So maybe put a few quid. Gamble responsibly. Maybe put a few quid on Arsenal.
Stay tuned for his prediction video. I'm also doing one.
Cameron, go and check Cameron's channel out. Link in the description below.
It's going to take. I thought it was just going to be a quick video, but after thinking about it here, it takes some time.
It takes some thinking. It really does. Again,
I think I know who's going to go down. Off the top of my head, but we'll not go into that.
We have more games today. Again, Bayern Munich are playing Manchester City right now. Bayern Munich setting up with Sandro Wagner as a striker, Coman, Ribery, Robin. Interesting in terms of the likes of David Alba playing centre half. Manchester City, on the other hand, as well, setting up with a 4-3-3. You've got a mixed team there. Mahrez playing central midfield. Imagine Diaz will be switched there. Foden in midfield. Maybe they got a little bit wrong here.
I think Phil Foden's someone you got to watch this season. I think he might be a surprise.
It's quite interesting.
Not a surprise because everyone knows about him, but in terms of if he gets enough game time, people will be serious about this kid. Ryan Sessegnon's going to show the world what he can do. Hopefully, I'm a big fan of Sessegnon.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I just like the youth. I just want a good youth coming through, getting that England team stronger. Euro 2020, then World Cup 2022. We're on tour.
Absolutely tour. We're going.
We're winning.
We're winning. Again, if Chelsea could start playing their youth players, that'd be nice.
It would. And if United could as well, yeah.
Yeah, have we got any more news that we didn't talk about? The transfer news side of it that we didn't talk about?
We just didn't mention Pjanic going to City.
Which could be an interesting one. Again, Manchester City
I've got a quote
right
here
now
for you if you'd like it.
Yeah, get on.
So, Pjanic himself has said, "What I did in the last 2 seasons for Juventus was really great. I'm happy what I'm doing here. I am cool." He's a cool guy, He's got the sunglasses on and everything. And I don't care what they are writing because I listen and read a lot of things, and a lot of things aren't true. That's him responding to rumours about him joining City. Now, I think if he joins City, Foden goes to 5th choice centre mid.
You see, I think Pjanic is playing DM if he signed. They wanted Jorginho to play defensive midfield. I think they want to try and upgrade Fernandinho in an attacking sense.
I rate Fernandinho.
Yeah, no, I think Fernandinho is good. I think the thing with Fernandinho is, what you need from Fernandinho is the side of him that he wins the ball back and wins tackles, and that's what you're not necessarily going to get from someone like a Pjanic or a Jorginho. And that's kind of like something where you're looking today. Douglas Luiz is playing.
Yeah.
A youngster that he bought. I think they bought him this season. He played a bit in the Champions League. But again, a player that will come in like a Pjanic and really dictate the play and control the tempo of football. Did Pjanic play today? He must have played today because he didn't go to the World Cup. Let's have a quick look before he... Yeah, Pjanic, so defensive midfield, middle. That's where he's been playing for them, and he's looked really, really good. Flanked when he's basically flanked by 2 ball winners or guys that are going to win the ball back, so forth. So it's an interesting side. Manchester City, if they bought Pjanic, it'd upgrade their attack and their possession play a lot. But would it upgrade their ability to defend? Absolutely not. And that would be the gap where, again, they could be hit on the counter-attack.
And one last thing.
That
I think we should talk about just real quick. The Championship. I think that looks ridiculously exciting this season. You've got teams like Derby making good signings like Mason Mount. A bit biased
getting
there.
a good manager. Yeah, someone was saying, what about Mason Mount in the comments? Yeah, Mason Mount would be pretty decent.
You've got Hull, who've gone, maybe they'll come back.
Yep.
Villa, Borough, Leeds.
Leeds
Stoke,
under Bielsa.
Swansea, West Brom. There's a lot of teams in there.
I reckon Stoke are going straight back up. They've made some good. Tom Ince's a very, very good signing at the Championship level.
We'll do a quick little. Who's going up in the Championship? I think Swansea might bounce back.
So I read something the other day that Swansea literally haven't bought anyone.
Right. Maybe not then.
Yeah, and they've not had a good window.
If Swansea don't buy,
but then Swansea got who's Swansea manager? Swansea's manager is the guy that was at Birmingham City. Was that? No, maybe that one I'm thinking about.
I cannot find it quick enough, David.
But yeah, anyway, go back to the table. So let's go. Stoke are going to go up.
I think Derby. I think Frank Lampard's
Derby under Frank Lampard. Yeah,
in playoffs. I don't think they're going to go automatic, but I reckon they'll get maybe 5th or 6th.
Okay.
And then have a good playoff run. Because I think what Frank Lampard brings is experience as a manager, of winning. So like
Yeah, no.
he can put that in, and I think if you've seen Mason Mount, I watched an interview on Chelsea TV. The kid's switched on. Like he knows he's so grounded and just wants to succeed.
Got comments coming in. Stoke coming first, Derby second, Villa third. Interesting.
I think Villa will push to go up.
Oh yeah, sorry. Graham Porter is the Swansea manager. That was it. Good shout out from David Potter. Sorry,
Osterson.
Porter.
That's a signing in itself.
Yeah. To be fair, like that could be interesting. That could be real interesting to see that. So I'm going to go Swansea,
Borough.
I'm going Swansea, Derby. And who was the other one that we had? Swansea, Derby, and then Stoke. That's what I'm going to go with.
I'm going to go with Stoke, Derby. I think Derby win the playoffs, and it's either Borough or maybe Swansea or Villa. So they're my 4 teams that I think may
go up. We're not going to give you a thing. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be that. Thanks for watching today. Subscribe if you're new to me, Statman Dave, and jump into the description below and subscribe to Cam, top guy. Like that video, and again, we will be back for the Real Madrid game. What time's that? It's like
1:05
o'clock in the morning.
You know, get hyped.
We'll be there.
Time,
Let's put the glasses on to sign it off. Yeah, Statman Dave over and out.
See you later.
DJ, turn that record.